NOLA Public Schools' main round enrollment for kindergarten through 12th grade is now open. With 73 schools available through the NOLA Public Schools Common Application Process, or NCAP, finding the right school fit for your family is easier than ever. List up to 12 choices to maximize your chances and apply by January 24th. We're all in, and we hope you are too. Apply today at enrollnolaps.com. That's enrollnolaps.com.
Wherever we go, we never forget where we came from. The river parishes tell a story unlike any other. Join Rise St. James for Home for the Holidays, a celebration of our shared heritage, including the historic Orange Grove and Buena Vista plantations. Hear stories of resilience, connect with descendants, scholars, and community members. Preserve our legacy, honor our ancestors, build a sustainable future. Join the conversation at risestjames.org/holidays. Rise St. James. Together, we rise.
Visit DePaul's new Algiers Health Center at 2801 General de Gaulle Drive to receive primary and preventive care for both adults and children. Services also include behavioral health, imaging, and on-site pharmacy, vision, Medicaid enrollment assistance, and more. For appointments, visit DePaulCommunityHealthCenters.org or call 504-207-3060.
My name is Darius Henderson.
My name is Cornelius Frazier Jr.
And on behalf of Echo Media, we would like to wish everyone a happy holiday.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM.
Who bring the power to the people, partner? Who bring the power to the hood home? Hey. That's that. Tune into the reality check, look. Who bring the power to the people, partner? Who bring the power to the hood home? Hey. That's that. Tune into the reality check, look.
Whoa, now. What's happening, good people? What's going on with ya? How you doing? How you doing? Is everything all right? We that much closer. We that much closer. Yes, indeed. We that much closer. It is Thanksgiving Eve. Did I say Thanksgiving? I said Thanksgiving, huh?
Yes, you did.
It's Christmas Eve. I even got on my Santa hat today. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all got to, I hope you turn the camera around today. You gonna turn the camera around today?
At some point in time,
I want everybody to see you today. You look real. You look elfish. Just elfish. Not selfish. Elfish. Mm-hmm. Today is gonna be our good day because Jazz got on his Santa hat. I got on my Santa hat. And it looked like Dr. Shepard gonna have on her Santa hat. And you know, all that hair that she got, I don't know if it's going to be able to get up all up under there.
It's not.
No?
It's not.
We're going to see, though.
But then, you know, her hair's a lot more, like, fluffier than mine.
It's fluffy. Oh, boy, it's fluffy.
So she might be able to stick it up and, like...
And if she
I
got
couldn't
it
do
up,
nothing with mine.
If she got it up, it's going to look like she Rastafarian. So, I don't know. What you did the weekend?
Work.
You did?
Studio work.
You got a lot of work going on,
huh? Construction and stuff like that.
Trying you still building?
Yep.
I thought you was, like, recording.
Not yet. Last thing I recorded was Greg Thomas was in town, and he was playing with us. Greg Thomas from Parliament. And he came over, and we recorded something maybe, like, last week or something.
Okay. I did something that I said I was gonna do. Well, let me. Well, you know where I was. I worked all weekend. I was tired. I was tired when I left here Friday. But Friday night, I had to go with Susan Hudson. We went to where we go Friday night? We went to a Christmas party Friday night. Then got up Saturday morning. Got dressed and met her again over at
the museum.
Lafitte Greenway.
Okay.
What you said?
I thought it was at the Musicians Village.
No. We went there though. That was Saturday evening, 3:00. But we went to meet Larry Barabino over at Lafitte Greenway. And man, when I tell you Nord had some toys, bruh, they gave away, I was just going to say hundreds, but the line stretched all the way from one end of the Greenway to the other of people just driving up. They had filled out their forms and stuff. And by the time they got there, they basically said, hey, here we go. They pulled up. They had their sheet, and they matched their sheet up to the number and stuff. Went, got the toys, opened up the trunk, put it in there. Just put it in there. So that lasted.
Sounds like it was efficient.
Yeah, it was. So we made the news, Fox 8 News. We're probably going to play it later on today. And then after left there, went to Representative Matthew Willard's toy giveaway. He did his over at St. Leo the Great. He had a line all the way down Paris Avenue. And after we left there, we went to go do Jingle on the Boulevard in New Orleans East, the parade. We left from Haynes Boulevard. We went down Crowder to Haynes, Haynes to Reed, Reed to Lake Forest. People standing out there, man, in the cold. It was cold out there. I was like, roll the window up, roll the window up. Man, it was cold out there. And, you know, I'm from cold weather, so.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was a different cold.
Yeah, it's a different kind of cold. Then
just like we got a different heat, we got a different cold.
Yep. It's a different heat here. Where I know that.
It's the water.
Yeah.
It's the water that be in the air.
But after we left there and then went to Musicians Village for Girls Play Trumpet 2 with Troy Sawyer, who was here Friday. And, bro, when I tell you the young lady that Troy kept calling Satchmo, remember he was on the air and said Satchmo so-and-so? Bro, that girl got up and played. I'm sorry, I kept saying that girl. That young lady got up and played. And when I tell you she was riffing them, I was like, dang. So, you know, I wanted to grab a trumpet and go on up there, but yeah.
I hope you didn't.
No, I didn't.
That's good.
I didn't.
That's good. Because we didn't want another no moment.
That would have been one. And that would have been one. But when I tell you that them young ladies played, bruh, they had the young lady that they kept calling Satchmo. She got up there. Her mama was so proud of her, boy. She was in the audience. You would have thought that she was about to jump out of her seat. But them young ladies, and look, I'm going to do this. I'm my brain, and I'm not doing it because I'm trying to get some type of fame or something like that. But I told Troy when he was here that I was going to do it. So when I was sitting in the audience looking at all these young ladies with trumpets, and I'm talking about babies. I'm talking about they had to be 7, 8 years old. And, you know, the two young ladies that he featured, and then Tank from Tank and the Bangers got up and sang with him.
I like Tank.
And
Tank always.
I took pictures.
Up and do something.
I put it up on my Facebook page if anybody wants to see them. They're on my Facebook page. And then it was very good. I was very proud of those young ladies. Very, very proud. And I ain't had nothing to do with it. But I was very proud of those young ladies because they played. And the babies were playing. I was like, look at the babies. And then they had the little girl. She got up there and he said, not only do we play, but we sing too. They got up and that little girl sang her heart out. I started to record all of it and just bring it here, but I ain't have enough memory on my phone, bro. I'm sorry. And then after we left there, had one other event that we had to go do. Went over to go meet the pastor over at Pontilli. just to go meet with him and sit down and talk with him for a few minutes over at Pontilli. Them people, man, I'm really happy to see what he's doing with the properties that they own from the church and the number of people that he's helping get back on track and stop, with the drug abuses and all the other stuff and people that's getting into reentry. So to the pastor over at Pontilli, thank you for what you do. Merry Christmas to you and all of your staff. And most of the staff has had some type of problem, some type of drug addiction, or runs in with the law, and he trying to get them back on track. So thank you for what you do. So it was a busy day Saturday, but I just wanted to really say I really enjoyed seeing the folks. I wish that more folks would have came out to see girls play trumpet too. So I said I was going to do something, Jazz, and I told Troy that I was going to do it, and I know I'm going to do it now. I know I'm going to do it. I am going to buy a trumpet and donate it. Not try because I'm grandstanding or something like that, but they need some new horns. So I'm going to buy one and donate it and give it to Troy. Say, use this, give this to one of your girls so that they'll have a brand new instrument. I already found it. I'm probably going to go buy it today and give it to them because it's needed. And I would tell anybody to do the same thing. A trumpet ain't going to break your bank, but those young ladies deserve it because they really play their heart and soul over there. Yep. I'm glad to see in the news. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to open up. I'm gonna get your opinion on this one, Jazz, because this one is interesting. Because I saw where Stella Cement wrote a letter to Biden, because the President Joe Biden, has commuted the death row sentence of federal death row sentences. I think it's 3 of them. One of which is former New Orleans police officer Lynn Davis. He commuted his sentence. Lynn Davis orchestrated the 1994 killing of Kim Groves, a single mother of 3 who had filed a civil rights complaint against Davis, alleging brutality. Groves' complaint detailed watching Davis, nicknamed the Desired Terrorist, beat a young man named Nathan Norwood. A federal appeals court, if I could say it right, upheld Davis's conviction and sentence in 2010. Biden's action spares Davis's and 36 other people possible executions, converting their punishment to life in prison without parole. Commuting their sentences comes less than a month before Donald Trump is set to return to the White House. Trump has pledged to resume federal executions. Make no mistake, I can condemn these murderers, grieve for their victims of their despicable acts, and ache for all the families who have suffered unimaginably and imparable losses. Biden said in a statement that he is more convinced than ever that the death penalty should be no longer used in the federal level, excluding those convicted of terrorism and mass killings. So our Office of Police, the OPM, Mrs. Zement wrote a remark that says, "How dare you? We should take those that were terrorizing our community, and when they are police officers, if he got the conviction of death, then that's what it should be. Why would you want to do that, President Joe Biden?" That's Stella Cement. So she's totally against taking away the death penalty of Lynn Davis. How you feel about that? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Now, I don't think anybody wins from this because he still got parole. He still got life in prison with no parole. He is guilty, but he was on death row. Should he been taken off of death row? Or no? Was Stella right? Or was she not right? What you think? Jazz, should there be death penalty or no? Should Joe Biden have taken away the death penalty on the federal level or no?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not, meaning he should not have?
He should not have.
Why not? They're not getting out. Got life on. They got life with no parole. But you want them killed. You believe in the death penalty?
I do believe in the death penalty, but for certain things. So no, you know what? Now that I sit back and think about it like that, no, that's cool. As long as he's not getting out, I'm cool.
He ain't getting out.
Yeah, as long as he ain't getting out, I'm cool with that.
He's gonna be in for the remainder of his life. They're gonna bury him
in jail.
In jail.
Nah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I mean, the death penalty is for certain things like child molesters.
Now remember, he had that young lady killed.
Yeah.
While he was guarding a warehouse full of drugs.
Yeah, I mean he he deserves to stay in jail. Not necessarily death. I mean, I'm not a eye for an eye type of person. But there are certain things that I feel need to be on that level just to make statements. And child molestation is one of them.
All right, so let me ask this. Since we hear this priest that they just convicted for molesting children, them little boys.
Death.
They putting him in jail for the remainder of his life.
Death.
But he's 93.
Death.
He 93.
Death immediately. He don't need to see 94.
Put him out of misery.
He don't need to see 94. That's the problem. The Catholic Church got too much sympathy. They got sympathy for everything. Some things don't deserve sympathy. And for 94 years, this man been walking, well, not 94, I'll say for 74 years, this man been walking around terrorizing children.
Mm-hmm.
He don't deserve another year to live in.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that one.
Yeah, I'm 504-582-9422. Show me the lie. Tell me the lie. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm tripping. Tell me where I'm going overboard. I'm not a big component, a big supporter of the death penalty, but in that situation, yes.
What about Lynn Davis? Now remember, he was guarding a warehouse.
I'm cool.
Of drugs.
I'm cool with the death penalty being taken off the table for that.
And he had that girl killed.
He ruined. Okay.
What's her name? Kim Groves.
He ruined her life and her family's life.
He had her killed.
This is horrible. Yes, that's horrible. But someone that molests children over years, that's a far greater cry. That's far more people that's been hurt. And I'm sorry to say that like that, because I believe that, like, once again, I say he deserves to be in jail. He deserves not to get out. But death penalty, might be a little too much right there. I mean, I'm not against it. I'm against the. I mean,
I don't know when you are. I forgot what did they call Lynn Davis? He was called something. Wait a minute, hold on. Lynn Davis was known. I'm trying to look at the Desire Terrorist. That was his nickname, the Desire Terrorist. And
Responsible for a whole lot of stuff other than what he got
they said he
caught
beat
for.
a man named Nathan Norwood. Said beat him bad, and she saw it. Kim Groves saw it. She filed a complaint against him after she saw that, and Lynn Davis supposedly had her killed. So, guess whose life is getting spared in all this? Lynn Davis.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Is that fair? See that question right there. That's a loaded question right there. No, it's not fair because someone has lost their life because of this person. And we're talking about one person's lost their life, but I'm sure there's more people that lost their life.
Oh, absolutely. And
You know,
and not
so-
only that, but you got to remember, Kim Groves had children.
And that's what I said.
So you can imagine what that did
all
to
of
them.
all of that, all of her family, not just one person. Life was affected with that, right?
And then the city had to settle after they arrested and found out that as a cop, Lynn Davis had this done because he's representing the city.
Yep.
When he did it done, had the uniform on and everything.
Yep. So here's the thing: for a cop, him being locked behind bars for the rest of his life is almost like the death penalty.
You what now?
Him being a cop
Mm-hmm.
locked behind bars
Mhm.
for the rest of his life is like him being put to death.
I don't know. I don't know. He probably got some protections in there.
Yeah, it's probably not like we like you know.
Not when he was out.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's not easy for him in there. I'm sure there's more people in there that he's done something to them or their family some type of way that it's not all peaches and cream in there for him.
Yeah.
He was doing too much. So yeah, I ain't got no problem with that. But like the priests that get moved around from city to city and they
Right.
don't and they continue on, yeah, death immediately.
I was
Expeditiously.
surprised though. I was surprised. Now I started to call her, but I don't know if she's working today or not. And I didn't bother with this, but I was surprised that Stella Cement, the office of the police monitor, the OPM, I was surprised that she made a comment. Were you? I was surprised. She wrote.
What was so I didn't exactly
She was
hear.
against Biden.
Yeah, I heard that, but I didn't exactly hear what the comment was.
You know what? I sent you the story. If you want to play it.
All right. Yeah. Want
But
me-
she basically came out and said, it is our job to make sure that cops that are taking the oath and wearing the badge do right by us.
Yeah.
And this man was a terror,
Mm-hmm.
and he ruined so many lives.
Yeah.
So as the office of investigating these corrupt cops, when they do something this heinous,
They need to pay the price.
they need to pay the price.
Right. Exactly.
Which
So-
is death. But he commuted those sentences to make them not be able to get out. So they got life without parole. And she's saying that they should be put to death. Because she's totally against giving Lynn Davis a reprieve of meeting the needle.
Which is understandable. I'm not at all surprised that she took that stance.
I am.
Huh?
I'm really surprised that she took this stance. You would think that she wouldn't say anything.
Why?
So much stuff that has happened in this city that's, a whole lot less than this.
Yeah, but that's okay. So, but
And she wouldn't say a word.
yeah, but that's directly up her alley as the independent police monitor. That's like if she's trying to taper or curve the wrongdoings of police, then she wouldn't want the epitome of a bad example to get any leniency, because she, that's what that's the benchmark. So she don't need that to be softened up, the blow to be softened up, because that's all she really got as a threat.
But he ain't getting out now. I mean,
Yeah,
and now we got to pay for him.
Yeah, but getting out and losing your life is two different things.
How long was that? 1996.
Yep.
That happened, right?
Yep.
So you gonna commute these sentences from execution to life in prison. We don't know how long you're gonna live. We have to pay for that, right?
See, now you're bringing it to something else.
It's part of it.
Yeah, it's all part of it. But when talking about the death sentence, I personally, and a lot of people gonna say that I'm crazy for this, but I don't take the money into account. I just don't. I just don't take the money into account. It don't matter to me. It's more of the statement that's more important.
All right, so that means his sentence is gonna be commuted. What's the lady name that shot those folks and killed them, and her partner Antoinette Frank?
Yeah,
hers is gonna be commuted. Who else?
I forgot the name.
It's a couple of them.
Yeah, it's a few of them.
But I know here we know about Antoinette Frank. She was a former police officer.
Yep. And didn't she have somebody buried under a house or something?
Her father. They found him buried under her
now,
house.
see, she's something different.
Can you imagine?
She's something different. Not that.
We don't know what Lynn did, so I'm sorry, can't really. We just know what she did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They found his skeleton underneath.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I mean,
and then she killed that Chinese family at that restaurant, where she thought she killed everybody. And then when the investigators got there, she was saying this happened while we came up. While they shot my partner, because she killed a partner too. And she didn't kill everybody in there. One of the little boys that was part of the family had hid in the freezer. And when the remaining part of those officers had gotten there, she was trying to say that, we had a shootout and they got away and da-da-da-da. And the little boy came out the freezer and said, no, it didn't. You killed all of them. He told on her. You killed my family. You killed your partner. Yada, 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 yada. He was the one that actually had her badge and her gun taken away from her, and they put it in the back of the car. So...
yeah, she was a little something extra. But like I'm saying, we don't know.
The devil.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you can't say what Macaulay was doing.
Who that?
Lynn? Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't telling. Ain't no telling what he was doing.
Oh, ain't no telling what he was doing.
Yeah. So I'm saying you can only gauge it by
remember
what.
Something. He had other police officers working for him.
Yeah. So I mean,
guarding a warehouse that was full of drugs for the drug dealers. And then when the girl saw him beating somebody, she didn't tell on that part. She told them that that he had violated that man's rights. He called one of his boys and had the little hood rat boys to kill the girl, because she put a complaint against him.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean,
you know Bruce Adams?
Bad character. Oh,
you know Bruce Adams? He's now the police chief at Southern University of New Orleans.
Okay.
He was Warren Riley's one of Warren Riley's chief deputies when he was in office, when he was the chief of police. And Bruce is the one that was working narcotics for NOPD back in the day. He was actually working with narcotics and the FBI. Bruce is the one that put the handcuffs on Lynn Davis when he was under arrest. Yeah, it's real interesting, man. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, man. It was some rough times back then in them days. All right, we'll take a break here. We'll come back. More coming up, y'all. Everybody will check.
This is Monica Pierre along with Sally Ann Roberts Daybone, co-host of Your Power is On.
Your Power is On Gospel Music Show is coming on at a new time. Tune in Sunday mornings from 7 to 8 a.m. for music that feeds the spirit. Get your Sunday on.
Right here on WBOK 1230 AM and WBOK1230.com, the station you listen to
all day long.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
Calamity, chaos, and cronies. 3 words that, for me, describe the potential turmoil waiting in the wings to take the stage in the persons of President-elect Donald Trump and his billionaire first buddy Elon Musk. In their first act, the unconventional duo unleashed their wrath on Congress in an effort to put the kibosh on the bipartisan stopgap funding measure to keep the government open. They even seemed ready to drop Louisiana Congressman Mike Johnson as House Speaker for negotiating the deal with Democrats. Political observers opine that this is but a glimpse of the chaos to come. Peering through the looking glass down the road, there stands Trump's new super buddy, Elon Musk, described by some as the unelected co-president. Musk spent $250 million on Trump's re-election campaign. He now sits at the right hand of the president-elect. With his super-rich status and ownership of X, formerly Twitter, Musk has the power to influence people by social, political, or financial intimidation. In a veiled threat, Musk wrote on X that anyone who voted for the bipartisan stopgap measure to fund the government should be ditched in the 2026 elections. Kentucky Republican Senator Rand Paul has even floated the idea of making Musk Speaker of the House. For the moment, the dust clouds of chaos emanating from our nation's capital involves the spat over the bipartisan spending package. Critics say it's but a harbinger of what's to come. Trump supporters suggest it's but a warm-up for a Washington political culture that needs a shakeup. At any rate, it's clearly going to be a rocky journey filled with chaos the next 4 years. This is Norman Robinson, Off the Top.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana communities through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation, please visit us at www.jazzandheritage.org.
Greetings, WBOK family. This is Jason Clark, host of United Way and You. Be sure to tune in next Thursday at 12 p.m. when we'll be speaking with Melanie Richardson, co-founder and executive director of Training Grounds, a United Way funded partner. The topic will be the We Play, We Connect Family Resource Hub. Please tune in if you're able. Until then, we only have one life to live, so live united.
Hey, have you heard the news? First Pilgrims Baptist Church is now on WBOK 1230 AM. Tune in every Sunday at 11:30 a.m. to hear Pastor Eugene Mitchell give you the inspiration you need for the week ahead. That's every Sunday morning, 11:30 a.m. only on WBOK 1230 a.m.
Oh, yeah. Hey, this is Dom, marketing consultant with WBOK. I want to send a special thank you out there to all of our listeners, all of our supporters. I want to send a happy holidays out to everyone in the whole city of New Orleans. Enjoy your family time and be safe.
Hi, it's Dr. Shepard. I'm coming up next on the Reality Check on WBOK.
Who bring the power to the people, partner? Who bring the power to the hood home? Hey. That's that. Tune in to the reality check, look. Who bring the power to the people, partner? Who bring the power to the hood home? Hey. That's that. Tune in to the reality check, look.
All right, folks, welcome back. Coming up in about 4 minutes here, we got news at the top of the hour. James, what you say?
All right, now happy holiday to you guys.
Same to you, boss.
I was just thinking to myself, man, the bill say terrorists, huh? Well, Dylan Roof and this other little cat on death row.
Yep.
And you just released them too, so I don't agree with the mandate. I think it should have been selective, and if you was gonna do anything, you should have commuted the sentences of some of these falsely accused and small-time drug dealers, like he did it for his son.
Now, I think it's saying in here, because I'm reading the story at the same time, I'm thinking it's going to say, okay, so they got Lynn Davis commuted. I'm not sure about Dylan, because it says here that 3 federal inmates are still facing execution. That's Dylan Roof, with the slayings of those black members of Mother AME Church in Charleston. The 2013 Boston Marathon bomber, Zakar Tazarnoff, or whatever his last name is, I know I messed it up, and Robert Bowers, who fatally shot 11 congregants of the Tree of Life Synagogue in 2018.
And they should have had that little dude on there that went to the grocery store and killed all them black people.
Yeah, in Buffalo.
Yeah, they should have had his ass hung up too. So, but anyway, man, that's my thoughts on it. Lynn Davis, he gonna slip through the crack. They gonna have something slip through the crack. But
so you don't think that they should have took him off of the death row penalty?
No, he need to be on that road, and he need to get what was coming to him. And because you won't be a terrorist, right? You won't be a terror. You as the man. You was around here yoking people up and handling them bad. So get you.
So here, there's a part of this I don't know if
road, you kind of got carte blanche to run the roofs.
So there's a part of this I don't think that a lot of folks look at. When somebody's on death row, they got sentenced there by a jury of their peers, then, correct?
Correct.
I don't think that you just get a sentence of you just sat by you got sentenced to death row by a prosecutor or by a judge. You usually have to go through the process of a jury trial. And those folks, I might be able to bring what we're going to go for as far as a prosecutor is concerned, but it's the jury that makes that determination on if you are going to die by lethal injection or what. So I'm thinking that, this undermines the will of the people.
Correct. I ain't disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with Jazz. I don't have a heart to say this dude absolutely unequivocally does or does not. But I think that the ones that I do feel like this about, because they're a little bit closer in history for me.
Right.
Yeah, they can get it. And I don't give a damn, because they came all the way to our neck of the woods to cause these problems. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I got
we mind our own business. We mind our own self, So.
I got you. All right, my brother. Look, happy holidays to you and your family. Merry Christmas and all that good stuff, man. Really enjoy what you bring to the table with this show, and as many times as we done talk, man, I really appreciate you.
Thank you, and same likewise, and God bless the rest of our WBOK family, the city, and y'all too, bro.
All right, James, take it easy, buddy.
All
right.
See
ya. More coming up, Mr. Buddy. Hold on, we got to do news here real quick. Let me do news, and I'm coming back to the phone lines. You can get your call in too at 504-582-9422. Dr. Shepard's going to join us in just a bit here. More coming up.
WBOK 1230 AM New Orleans, home of the Reality Check, weekdays 1 to 4 p.m.
This news report is brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans.
A suspect accused of deliberately setting a homeless woman on fire, killing her on a Brooklyn, New York subway train, is now in custody. Police say the suspect approached a sleeping woman on a train and set her clothing on fire with a lighter. Firefighters and advocates are calling on Congress to fully fund the 9/11 Health and Compensation Act after it was removed from the federal budget. More than 125,000 people who have fallen ill since the September 11 attacks have relied on the World Trade Center healthcare program since the act was first passed in 2010. Tiger Woods' son hit his first hole-in-one Sunday at the PNC Championship in Orlando. Woods said being there for his 15-year-old son was a thrill of a lifetime. Some of Barack Obama's favorite movies this year were Dune Part 2, Conclave, and The Piano Lesson. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 at BINnews.com.
New Schools for New Orleans wants to send a huge congratulations to all of our educators, students, and families of New Orleans for their continuous academic growth. School performance scores have been released from the state. For the first time in many years, there are no failing schools in New Orleans Public Schools. As a district, our performance increased by 4 points. In addition, Orleans Parish now exceeds pre-COVID school performance score for all students by 6.2 points. When you see a teacher, school leader, or student, be sure to show them some love.
Who bring the power to the people, partner? Who bring the power to the hood home? Hey. That's that. Tune into the reality check, look. Who bring the power to the people, partner? Who bring the power to the hood home? Hey. That's that. Tune into the reality check, look.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. It is Christmas Eve. I'm hoping everybody's ready and got all their little goodies together. And we saw this weekend where a lot of organizations, I got to tell you, and I don't want to name just one organization, but all the organizations, all the elected officials, all the folks that got out there and worked this weekend to make sure that folks had some toys, some gifts and things to be able to give your kids. Thank you for the work that you did. There's a lot of volunteers that were out there, from Larry Barabino and the folks over at Nord, to Representative Matthew Willard, to all the folks on the West Bank. I saw what Congressman Carter was doing some stuff. Man, there was a lot of folks. Zulu and the Big Shot. The Big Shot did it good, boy. He did it up. You know, they brought in a whole truckload from Walmart of black Barbie dolls and bicycles. I think it was like $10,000 worth. Gone, Emil. The Big Shot 2025, y'all. All right, Mr. Buddy, what you say?
Hey, Merry Christmas to you.
Same
and
to you,
Jazz.
my friend. Same to you. How you doing?
Pretty good. I hope you brought Jazz a Christmas present. You wearing that daggum hat.
Jazz, turn. Wait a minute, hold on. Jazz, turn the camera around. Turn the camera around. Look at your screen, Mr. Buddy. I want you to look at your screen. All right, turn the camera around, Jazz. I told you that. I told you what folks were gonna say, and Mr. Buddy, the first one to say it. All right, you looking at your screen? All right, it's gonna move in a minute. Just watch, cause it's getting ready to move. There you go.
There ain't nothing there.
Oh, here it comes.
There it comes. Okay.
You still ain't.
All right.
He still ain't got it on, bro. You still ain't got it on you. There you go.
I got him.
You
I
got
him.
All right.
Yeah.
and waiting for Dr. Shepard to get here too, because she's coming in from her classes teaching.
Oh, y'all
with the
gonna
boys.
decorate her too?
Yeah, we got her ready too. Everybody today is doing their Santa hats.
On that commutation, pardon, parole.
Uh-huh.
Well, Antoinette Frank evidently got convicted under state law because she's still under death sentence in St. Gabriel. So
Didn't she get? She got federal charges. I think she got federal charges.
I just looked her up. She's still there.
Yeah, but I think she got federal charges.
But she was convicted under state law on the death sentence, I think. Otherwise, he'd have probably commuted her too, and she wasn't listed.
She was denied clemency by Louisiana pardon parole.
Yep. So Lynn Davis, you know, I don't know whether Biden's running this or a bunch of staffers under him that are anti-death are running the thing, which it seems to me. But anyway.
Yeah, they say
I'm
that she's
pretty
at
disgusted
Louisiana
about it.
Correctional Institute for Women in St. Gabriel.
Right.
Hmm.
But I'm pretty disgusted with what he did.
Yeah,
that was way too much.
So you don't like what the president did?
I think it was just a mass without taking. Yeah. No, I don't like it. That corrupt cop in New Orleans. That was when New Orleans was at its lowest. We had 400 murders back in 94, 95.
Right. That was the year that former chief of police who came in and cut it down. What was his name?
Pennington.
Richard Pennington. That's the year he came in.
Yep. So no, I just no. My opinion is like a couple of your callers that no, he went too far, way too far.
So what do you think about the letter that Stella Cement wrote?
I didn't see that.
Let me see here. She wrote a letter to the president.
They still got the camera turned on you. They ain't got it back on you, by the way.
Oh, that's good. I guess he can have it on. He want to show himself though. That's all he was trying to do.
He ain't on either. It's on.
Oh, he's looking at
else.
the computer. He's just looking at the computer. Now you're gonna turn it back around. Now you're gonna try to turn it back around. Show everybody you one more time, Jazz.
He's hiding over there.
Yeah, he hiding. Now you're gonna just turn around on me. He ain't gonna show himself no more.
Yeah, now he's got to focus you, and you'll be okay.
Yeah, he'll be all right in a minute.
You're up.
Yep.
Anyway, no, I didn't see the letter.
Yeah, but she wrote a letter basically saying that, everybody should condemn these murders. But she said today Joe Biden commuted the sentences of New Orleans police officers Lynn Davis from the death penalty and life in prison. In this action, President Biden showed more mercy for Davis than his corrupt officers showed Kim Groves, her children and family, and the people of New Orleans. Right. I'm like, oh boy, that's interesting. So I'm trying to get her to at least, give me a little bit of what she's trying to put on here. I also put a call into my good friend Bruce Adams, who was NOPD's deputy chief under Warren Riley when he was the police chief. But I'm trying to get him because Bruce Adams used to work in the NOPD, but he was also on that FBI drug task force. And from what I understand, I just want him to tell a story. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was Bruce Adams who ended up putting the cuffs on Lynn Davis when he was arrested.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to get him
was he the one that also told Antoinette Frank to kill those other people on the radio? Or was that another one?
I think that was another one. I think Lynn Davis was in jail by then.
I know it happened 94, 95. So
yep. So
positive. Anyway.
All right.
All right.
I appreciate it, sir. Merry Christmas to you and the missus.
Merry Christmas to y'all.
All right. Talk to you later. All right. Terry.
Hey, Gerard. How you doing?
What's going on, Big Money?
Oh, not much. I'll be real brief. I grew up, and believe it or not, I didn't grow up with him. He grew up under me. And, he's from the Desire area. That's where Lynn Davis is from.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, he became a changed individual, Gerard, once he put that uniform on and, once he got that badge and that gun. And he just went haywire.
So you knew him personally? So you knew him personally?
Yeah, I knew him personally. And I'm just saying, he come from a good family, a very good family. What I'm saying is once he became a cop, like some of them do, his whole character changed. He became a different person. And Lord knows when that money and that drug money started coming in, he just became a different person.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the time, when he ordered a hit for Kim Groves, and, a lot of people were saying, like, why would you have her killed? But, he wanted to silence her. But, he just became a vicious individual. He really did.
So what kind of person was he before?
He's a quiet, believe it or not. He's a quiet, humble guy, very intelligent, very smart. He comes from a good family background. So I don't know. It's like he got with some of the guys on the street, and next thing you know, he became one of them.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. So the question would be, too, do you think that the president was right by commuting the sentence or no?
I mean, to me, Gerard, it's got to be selective. I mean, we got to look at the nature of the crime. Now, if somebody pleaded, innocent, and they said, okay, the jury found him, then I don't think Lynn Davis ever. Maybe he did. I don't know. I'll take that back. He might have pleaded innocent. You know what I'm saying? But everybody in New Orleans knew he was guilty. So I think it's about selection.
But a lot of folks knew what was going on with Lynn Davis, though, right?
That's right. And then y'all always talk about the consent decree. He was the kickoff man, and it had happened prior to him becoming a police officer. But believe me, he was like the star player in the game. Who got that consent decree today, and really that's where it came from. Because those cops were back then. Not all of them, Gerard, but a lot of those cops were corrupted. You can ask any citizen in New Orleans during that era. They would arrest people for anything, just standing outside.
I can remember. I can remember. There were several folks that were saying that that it wasn't just him. There were several folks that they would talk about that were being abused, that were being beat up.
That's right.
And then taken to the hospital and saying that they fell down and stuff like that. What was that cop's name that everybody used to talk about? Was it Flat Top? Flat Top.
I think he was one. I know he was one of them. I don't know what his name is.
And they said that he would beat the crap out of everybody.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Gerard. That area, that area of time, there's a lot of crooked police officers during that era. He wasn't one. Lynn Davis wasn't by himself.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I can remember. What's the name? One of the pastors, Pastor, used to come here and talk about how bad it was and how they did beating black folk. What was the man's name?
That's why you got the consent decree that it had lasted so long. It's like, everything they did in the past, they're the ones who brought that consent decree, to fruition with all the dirty stuff they used to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Terry.
All right, Gerard, have a good one.
Merry Christmas to you and the family, yeah?
You too, Gerard.
All righty, brother. Pop Jones!
Hey, G-Man.
What's going on with you?
Oh, everything and nothing.
Everything and nothing at the same time?
Yeah, that's the way it is. That's the world we live in.
Yes, indeed.
Did you get my Christmas card?
No, I did not.
Well, because I don't have your address.
Oh, that's all right then. You know where we live. You know where we at. You know we right here.
Yeah.
That's
but I did get a Christmas card that surprised me, though.
You did?
Yeah.
What, you got it from Governor Landry?
No, one of the council persons.
Former Stacey Head?
No.
Let's see.
She's a former councilman.
She's a former council person?
The councilman that's on there right now.
Oh, yeah? Who was that?
Take a guess.
Helena Moreno?
Hallelujah.
Really?
I think so, unless I'm dreaming.
Oh, well, that's nice of her.
You didn't get none?
You really think I'm going to get one? No, sir, I did
not. Well.
I mean, you got it. I don't.
I must have got one by mistake, huh?
No, you got one. You live in a district? Well, she's at large, so that everything her district.
She's at large. Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So what's with that?
Well, it's nice. She's running for office. She wants you to vote for her.
Oh, but she's been in office like 20 years.
She was in office with the city council. She can run for mayor now.
Oh, so that makes you a different person or what?
I
In
guess
other
so.
words, you've been saved or you?
No,
you've
she
been
just wanted to send
changed?
you a Christmas card. Just say thank you and Merry Christmas.
Thank you for what?
Just for your Christmas card, and just say Merry Christmas back to her. How about that?
Merry Christmas what?
And say Merry Christmas back to her.
Oh, that's what you do, and then give her your vote too, huh?
That would she would probably like that.
Oh, so that's why you didn't get none.
I guess not.
Hallelujah.
I'm not worthy.
Oh, you're not?
I'm not
Oh,
worthy.
wow. In other words, you wouldn't get no Christmas. You think
None.
there's a lot of them feel that way about you.
Yeah. My Christmas is
Oh,
exactly what it
Lord.
is.
Yeah. You doing the best thing, going home to see your people.
That's all right.
You
That's
know
a-
they love you.
That's what I want to do.
So look, you ain't from here no way. You only been there 35 years.
Yeah, let them tell it. Don't call myself a New Orleanian. Don't call myself that.
Yeah, you're not from here. You only been here 30.
Mm-hmm.
You've been here longer than a lot of them that's been born.
Yes, indeed.
And
What you
that's
doing? What
all.
you doing for Christmas?
Well, not too much. My old lady cooking, probably my son, the daughter, and stuff like that, and interact with a few friends. One of my good friends, his wife, just brought us a nice. They get ready to go out of town, and fix us a nice peach cobbler, for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really doing too much.
No, that's nice.
So when you shipping out?
We're leaving out tomorrow.
Leaving out tomorrow. What the jazz man doing?
Hold on, he gonna tell you.
I got a show tonight at Maple Leaf, and then we will be back doing our regular Thursday thing Thursday night after Christmas.
Jazz, when
So
you
in
get off?
between
When
now-
do you ever get off?
Never.
When do you ever be off?
Never.
Never. He work every day.
It don't
It's a rat
seem like
race.
it.
It's a rat race, Pops. It's a rat race.
That's what it look like, man.
He work all the time. He really does.
This man work all the time.
All the time.
Day and night. Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But I know the jazz man, he gonna be all right though.
They got all that money.
Oh, that's what it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Got all that money.
Yes. Well, a lot of people need more money to live than others.
Huh?
Some people need more money to live. Probably live high on the hall.
Yep. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Living high on the hole.
I don't know about that one.
Oink, oink.
Let me leave jazz alone.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
Pop. Well, we got to take our break here, but look, tell the wifey and tell your family.
Oh,
I
yeah,
said
I sure
Merry
will.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry
Thank you
Christmas
for
to
thinking
y'all.
of us.
All right, my friend. Have a good holiday.
All right. Y'all have a blessed one. You and Jazz and family.
We'll talk to you
Your
later.
family when you go to North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye. All right, more coming up, y'all. We got to take a break.
Start your day off right.
Just getting your day started.
Early morning gospel on WBOK 1230 a.m.
NOLA Public Schools' main round enrollment for kindergarten through 12th grade is now open. With 73 schools available through the NOLA Public Schools Common Application Process, or NCAP, finding the right school fit for your family is easier than ever. List up to 12 choices to maximize your chances and apply by January 24th. We're all in, and we hope you are too. Apply today at enrollnolaps.com. That's enrollnolaps.com.
WBOK and LCMC Health are proud to present the Keeping You Well Cafe, 60 minutes of LCMC Health, where doctors speak directly to the people of New Orleans. LCMC Health is committed to improving the quality of health care in the New Orleans area, the Gulf South, and beyond. The Keeping You Well Cafe is another way for LCMC Health to engage with the community. Over the next few months, LCMC Health will join WBOK and local businesses to answer your health and wellness questions. Through this partnership, LCMC Health will provide resources to the community, including subject matter experts from the hospitals that will share expertise on health concerns and wellness practices to help you live your best life. Tune in to WBOK during the last hour of the reality check, or catch us at lcmchealth.org and follow us on social media.
65 or older? Don't let flu, COVID, or RSV surprise you with a serious illness. Vaccines help keep your winter surprises the good kind.
Surprise!
Risk less, do more. Get started at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This is DJ Wick, producer at WBOK and host of the Throwback Throwdown and the Love Zone, wishing you and yours a very safe and blessed holiday season.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 a.m.
Who bring the power to the people, partner? Who bring the power to the hood home? Hey. That's that. Tune into the reality check. Look. Who bring the power to the people, partner? Who bring the power to the hood home? Hey. That's that. Tune into the reality check. Look.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. So President Joe Biden commutes the death row sentence of Len Davis. I hope everybody understands what we're saying when we say commutes. Commutes. Let me give you the official definition of the word commute. And I'm not talking about he's commuting from one place to the other, traveling some distance. Reduce to something else. A judicial sentence, especially a sentence of death, to one less severe. He commuted the sentences of hundreds of folks that were on death row. So you're still going to be in jail, but we're just not going to kill you. We're not going to give you the death penalty. We're going to take the death penalty off the table. The question today, and I don't know how else to ask this question, so I really hope that you don't think that I'm going to think, or anybody else is going to think that you're a big old monster, because you think that, some of these shouldn't be. And I was like, am I going to sound bad?
Yeah, because I'm right there with you, because, I didn't have a problem with him.
But I wasn't even thinking about him on that one. I was thinking about me. I was getting selfish. I'm like, oh, bro, you're going to sound like a monster if you come up there and you start saying
death to everybody.
Death. Kill him.
I think I sound more like a monster.
I was like,
because of my stance.
Put him in the electric chair. I don't give him nothing in the vein.
Yes.
Put him in the electric chair. I want to see him suffer.
Yeah, I ain't see. Yeah, because some people.
I want to see him shaking.
You know what? I'm gonna say this.
Huh?
I'm gonna say this, and you're gonna shake your head, but you're gonna fully feel me right here and right now.
Turn out what you call it back home. I'm glad nobody saw me do that.
What your boy from your hometown said, or your home state said?
Huh?
Some people just need killing.
Yeah.
This is an example.
Don't repeat Mark Robinson, bro.
Hey, man, a broke clock is right twice a day.
No, bro.
A broke clock is right twice a day, bro.
We are not going to use that
Bro,
analogy of Mark Robinson.
I'm just saying.
That's the same man that said, we need to go back to slavery. I'd probably buy a few myself.
So, like I said, a broke clock is right twice a day, right? But it's wrong 10 times a day.
And what analogy? What kind of analogy is that? What you making?
He could be right twice, but for them 2 times that he right,
some people just need killing.
Some people do.
I can't use his analogy for nothing.
It's right.
I cannot
use
his analogy, bro.
Hey, man, sometimes don't hate the message.
I just can't. No.
Because you don't like the messenger.
I'm talking about the messenger.
That's what I'm saying. Don't hate the message because you don't like the messenger.
I can't use his message, bro. No, sir.
It's the same message.
Hitler could have been writing something, but I can't say that I would listen to Hitler neither. And I wouldn't say that Hitler was right either for what he did.
I don't know. I'm not gonna.
No, don't get
I'm
into
not.
that.
I'm not. I'm not. Yeah. I don't.
So
yeah.
I can't say. I don't care if he broke clock 2 times a day, right or not. I would never repeat anything that Mark Robinson said, and I compare. And remember,
but you just said it.
No. He said something about Hitler too.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the one comment.
You use Mark Robinson.
There's one comment that is absolutely true.
Some people need killing.
Yes, I stand firmly behind that, and that only. Because he's right about that. Pedophiles, people who abuse their power, like Lynn and,
All right,
and
let me ask you a question. They
Antoinette.
just put that 93-year-old pastor, I'm not priest, in jail for life. But he's 93 years old,
Man,
so that ain't going to be a long time.
Expeditiously.
But do you think that he should have been
expeditiously
the death penalty?
Done by now. He should have been, done. He should have. I just told you, for at least 30-something years, this man been running around terrorizing kids, screwing up their religious values, having them all screwed up for life. Not to mention they kids, if they have kids, if they do the Lord's work and go forth and multiply, how they gonna? Y'all he's screwing everything up. Death immediately, expeditiously. He 90 what?
But I just think
that 90 what?
93.
He don't need to see 94.
I think that if they now to me that's doing him a favor. Don't do him no favors. Make him suffer and put his butt in jail. How far he gonna go? How much he gonna put him in there with Bubba and them?
So I understand that.
You understand what I'm saying?
I understand that. Statement time for all the other little booty bandit priests.
Put him in there with Bubba and them.
Statement time for all the other booty bandit priests out there.
Bubba and them ain't seen a woman in 20 years. They gonna be booty bandits, all right.
He might like it, G. He might like it. He might like it.
Not
G.
Bubba and them.
I don't even want to take a chance. Do it expeditiously. Get him out of here and set the statement and set the tone high. Get him out of here.
They ain't setting the tone high when you 93 years old. How long you think he gonna live?
He should have been gone.
He should have been gone.
Yeah.
Now if he
there's
was
no such thing as it's too late. And there's no such thing as he only got a couple of more years to let him live. No.
So let me ask you this. Think about this. As much as we talk about this and how they have messed up people's lives, did this to the kids, and all
that's
the
the worst thing in the world that you could do.
Okay, all right. Use that analogy for a minute. I'm gonna use your analogy. How come we don't never see them get on death row?
Who?
All those that have done this.
They all need to go.
No, I'm not debating on you. I'm not debating that part.
Oh,
I'm
all
asking
right.
you a question.
What?
How come we have never seen
Because
them?
they all doing it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm so big on setting the tone.
They ain't gonna set it, bro.
That's my problem.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, though.
No, that's my problem. I know they ain't gonna set the tone.
You understand what I'm saying, though?
That's
so
why.
I know you ain't arguing that point, but I'm saying, okay, I'm making my point. I know what you're saying. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna do it. Realistically, that ain't gonna happen.
You know what this is?
What?
This is the reverse of the stance that I had about egg on the president's face.
Wait a minute, hold on.
They will never let egg get put on the president's face. They're gonna walk him through. They're gonna make Trump. I told you they was
What
gonna.
the president got to do with this one? The reverse of it?
Yes. They, the people in power, will not let something happen because they are involved in it.
Mm.
It's the reverse. I'm saying they won't let it happen to Trump. You're saying they won't let it happen to the child molesters because a lot of them are child molesters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the reverse, except different topics.
Is it the reverse, or are we talking about two different sets of folks? Same issue, two different sets of people.
Yeah.
Okay, not the
Yeah.
reverse, because it's the same.
But yeah, it's the same, but it's the reverse. It's the
issue.
reverse.
It's just two different sets of folks.
It's the reverse stance.
That's okay. All
You're
right.
taking my stance on this, where my stance on Trump is.
You're right.
Yeah.
I understand, but I was just like, what
was the?
I was trying to. Well, you got smoke coming out my ears right now. I
Yeah,
was trying to
you can't.
figure
You
that
know,
out. But I don't think, because everybody says, oh my God, look what they did to those little boys. Look what they did to those little kids. What's the difference in how people say trafficking is so egregious compared to what we're seeing? Those priests are actually doing it themselves because the people that are in charge end up moving them from one place to the other. And when they move them from one place to the other, what does that do? They go from one place to the other with the same mentality of, I'm going to find me a new John.
Yep. Which, watch this, is why I'm even more on the side of let him not see another month, because the message needs to be sent not just to the priest that's doing it, but to the Vatican, because the Vatican is moving these people around. And I said it, that's right. It's the Vatican folk.
Mm-hmm.
It's the higher ups. And that's the ones that need to move. Y'all know what I'm saying.
So you're trying to execute the Cardinals now.
We could go higher. We could go higher.
And you're trying to execute the Pope. Oh Lord. Be said.
Hey man, that's a very sad situation. But I wanted to chime in earlier. You were talking about Miss Stella, the independent police monitor.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, everyone who died because of that scandal here, my condolences. But I want to concentrate on this. Our independent police monitor, who's a woman, who did the Inspector General, who's a male, I would hope she put out a statement in reference to him being in that office, talking about squeezing her buttocks, talking about doing whatever to the criminal sheriff. So I would hope that she would be as vocal in reference to a terrorist that is our Inspector General. I'll hang up and listen to have it.
Wait a minute. Wait. So say that again now. Put everything in perspective for me. Say it again. What you want to do?
Her office came out. She came out with a statement as the independent police monitor in reference to Lynn Davis. He should have stayed on death row because he abused his power as a cop.
Right.
And I agree with that. My thing is, could you come out firmly and talk about the current Inspector General disrespecting you and the criminal sheriff here in the city of New Orleans? Can you make a statement in reference to that? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, well, yeah. I don't think she's gonna do that.
Have a good one.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna do that though, Sid. I
Yeah,
don't
well,
think
she should.
I don't think she's gonna do that because it's probably somewhere still being investigated.
I understand that, but she should. Y'all have a good one.
All right, take it easy, buddy. Merry Christmas. Joining us now, she's in the building. She's here.
Oh, you got me one.
Ain't that sad?
I didn't know.
Jazz, I was trying to be all, Santa Claus with her. I said, this is going to be the Santa Claus show.
I heard that hats were being worn. So I was like, let me grab my hat.
Yeah.
But you had me one. Oh,
Yeah.
I like yours, but I'm gonna wear yours.
Yours is the same.
Yours has like more of the fur right there.
Have mercy, Jesus.
I'll give this one to
Okay. Yeah, I just saw him. One had one on and the other one did not.
He had one on earlier, but it crushed the fro, so he swapped it out.
Don't be crushing the fro.
Right.
Well, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
She's here, ladies and gentlemen.
I heard
Dr. Shepard.
I heard you giving props to all of the people around the city who have been doing some really great events leading up to Christmas.
We rolled this weekend.
I was thinking about you. I said, I know he's busy in a few events.
I think we did 5 in a day.
Oh,
That's not including Friday.
Ooh.
Because Friday I left here Friday and we had 2 that we left. So then Saturday we started at, I got up at 6. So they came and picked me up for 7:30. So then we went and picked the sheriff up and we had to roll because we were over at Lafitte Greenway for the toy giveaway with Nord.
Oh, okay.
So we were there from 9 o'clock to, 8 o'clock till 11. It was cold. And then after we left there, we went to Matthew Willard's. Representative Matthew Willard was doing one at St. Leo the Great. We were there a little bit after 11 o'clock. Then we left there and went to New Orleans East for Jingle on the Boulevard. And we were in the parade.
That was the parade.
From, 11 to at least about 3.
I should have knew you was there. I was out in the East too.
We was in it.
I should have knew you was there.
Then left there and went to go see the girls play at Girls Play Trumpet 2 in Musicians Village with Troy Sawyer.
Oh, that's cool.
And I made a commitment that I'm going to go buy a new trumpet and donate it to him. Yeah.
That is so sweet.
I was so thrown back. I'm a horn player. I play trumpet. I played it in high school.
I remember you as the drum major.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. So I'm glad that somebody else.
I saw the pictures.
There you go. That Jazz said that I had it Photoshopped.
Oh, Jazz.
But I made it a point to, because I was so impressed with those young babies, and I mean it wasn't, I think the oldest one on stage was maybe 19. So they had the little girls up there, and Troy really has done a good job with them, and you can tell that they're organized and they really want to be horn players.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? Let me go. I'm gonna find. And while I was there, I was actually online looking on how much a horn would cost, because I hadn't priced one in a while.
You could get some of those plastic ones for real cheap
no,
too.
Those real ones.
Oh, you want to get them some nice brass.
I'm just gonna get some brass. So I'm going probably next week, and I'm gonna buy one and donate it to the girls.
Oh, you in the spirit of giving?
Yeah.
I went to a really good event too. I was at Youth Day NOLA.
You went to one?
Let's see. Did I just go? Yeah.
You need about 4 or 5 of them. That's what you need.
I went to Youth Day NOLA, and they had their toy giveaway.
Okay.
And it was over at East Shore Playground.
Where's that?
The exit, Little Woods.
Yeah.
B, right there around in that neighborhood. And for Youth Day NOLA, they do something at a park every month. And sometimes they'll be at places where, I don't want to call them neglected, but parks that don't normally have a lot of activity. They go around there and once a month, and then they give everything away for free. Free food, free, music, entertainment, giveaways. And this time they had their toy drive, and they gave away books. So I was there handing out the books, making sure the babies had the books.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, but that was another good event. I thought that we should shout them out too.
Youth Day NOLA.
Youth Day NOLA.
There you go. All right, let's go to the North Shore. Carl, what you say, Marie?
What's going on, my friend?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Hey, I'm on Jazz side with that last comment about putting these priests to the death penalty.
Man,
boy, now y'all do understand that is never gonna be a law.
Well, I tell you what, this should be a law. if you do it to one, then you have all the other priests line up and watch. That one priest get his feet dipped in fish grease. I guarantee you all that other stuff don't stop.
Jesus. Y'all want to execute the priest.
Why not? They traumatizing these boys for their life.
I told you what I think.
He agrees with you.
I know that's right.
But I'm saying
I agree with.
we can't stop right
Yeah.
there because they're not the problem.
I told you.
They are the active problem.
He tried to get the Cardinals and the Pope.
Well, I'm gonna say this. First of all, he sounds really harsh for somebody with a Santa hat on.
I could go and dye green.
Yeah,
You'll be the Grinch, bro. Yes, indeed. But you think it should go higher than the priest?
All the way up to the.
Yeah,
I tell you this.
It should go higher.
All the way to
Bring
the
all of them-
highest
bring all of
person
them in.
that said, "Let's move him."
Well, you know, the Catholics in this city is about to call in and be some upset with you.
I'm saying, call and show me if y'all Catholic, call and show me the problem with what I said.
Okay.
Because if you're truly Catholic, you're supposed to understand what I'm saying. The person who
That's
is
right.
at fault is for the person who that is allowing this to happen.
Mm.
If you allowing this to happen, you worse than the person that's doing it.
Mm. I agree that they need to be
wrongs
punished.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
I agree that they need
Because
to be punished. I wonder if though. So what is your sentiment? I don't think that any of them should go free. There should be accountability. They should be holding them accountable, not shuffling them around to different areas. I think that most reasonable people would agree with you that they should be penalized and in prison.
Yeah.
But when you say death penalty, right, that takes it to another degree. So what is the separation for you all between?
They ruining the lives of the children.
But if someone has to live their entire life in prison, then that is a form of torture, them having to actually live with the decisions
Not
that
if
they
they-
made and how it impacts
Not if
their
they-
actions.
Not if they like
Not if
little
they
boys.
already 93 years old and with maybe 2 days left to live.
And they a man and they like little boys and they stuck somewhere with all men.
Yeah, but they gonna go to hell anyway, though.
It's not about hell.
You saying
No.
give them their punishment here for what they did here?
Yeah.
Then
Because
go to hell.
They ruin too many people's lives without any repercussions. Like they got people around here with mental problems.
Right, I
They got
agree.
people around here doing crimes, selling their bodies, doing all kind of crazy messed up shit
Right.
because you was freaky.
Mm-hmm.
And you wanted to go touch the little boy, right?
I agree.
And then worse than that, the person up above you knew you was doing that and moved you from one place to another to go take advantage of another
Some
kid.
other people.
You tell me how that
Yeah.
fits into the Catholic religion.
That's prostitution.
You tell me how that fits into the Catholic religion in they thoughts, in their beliefs.
That's a form of trafficking.
Call in
Yeah, it is.
504-582-9422. All y'all holy rollers that think I'm tripping.
All right, you done went there today.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I like that he's holding a line. I agree that they need to be punished. I never usually come down hard on the death penalty only because I know that it's usually applied disparately. They if there's the death penalty there, they're gonna wind up killing a whole bunch of black men, and then all of these white men who commit worse crimes go free. So just usually, by and large, I'm just not a supporter of the death penalty, only because I know how it actually gets applied.
And that's one reason why they will not get the death penalty, because a lot of them are not black.
Right.
That's
I
right.
agree.
And the Catholic
And the
probably
Catholic
own
Church.
some prison reform. They probably own some prisons.
The Catholic Church shields them.
Yep. The
Yep,
biggest
they
crime,
do.
the biggest crime of them all.
Right. And then they just
Yep.
pay out the money.
So how about
If
that?
they do that, if they do
Carl,
that.
how about those folks
Right.
that will say to you, that's not Christian like.
They ain't read their Bibles.
I know they say eye for an eye, but eye and eye.
Well, if you know what? They can't say it's not Christian-like because God destroyed 2 cities because of sexual sin.
Nah.
2
What?
whole cities were destroyed
Right.
because of sexual
They didn't
sin.
read their Bible if they think that's not Christian like.
But
It
the
wasn't
Catholic
just-
Church
it
ain't
wasn't
reading
just
it. The
homosexuality.
Catholic Church ain't reading it then.
It was
Wait a minute,
pedophilia
say
and all
again,
kind of
say
other
again,
things.
Carl.
Right.
I said the Catholic Church isn't reading it then.
Yeah.
Because they letting it go. They giving one guy a nickel and a dime to go someplace else and do it again.
Mm-hmm.
And they keep shield. I'm on Jazz side. Jazz, if somebody called in and they want to meet you somewhere, call me.
I'm partially on Jazz's side.
I think
Carl
I appreciate
Marine,
that, but
right?
I'm good.
Him Marine, so don't play with Carl. Bro.
Get him caught up in something else. Right?
And then I got to talk to his wife. I ain't talking to his wife. His wife scared me already, so I ain't playing with him. And what y'all doing for the holiday, Carl?
I'm sending my kids out of my house, and I'm just going to relax with my wife for a while.
That sounds like a perfect holiday right there.
Man, I'm getting rid of everybody.
Yeah, get out. Just get out.
Get out.
Merry Christmas.
I don't care where you can go. You can't stay here this week.
Well, look.
Putting one on the train tomorrow.
Yes, indeed.
And that's a wrap.
I ain't bad at you. Look, tell Belinda I said Merry Christmas. Same to you, my friend.
Jazz, I'm on your side, man.
I hear you.
I'm hanging the phone up now, Carl. Goodbye. I ain't talking to
know, like, I was an altar boy. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I actually seen this happen to one of my people. So like, yeah, like I'm for real about it. Like,
so one of the things that I will say about the reason why I'm having a little issue with this is, of course, they commuted Lynn Davis's, but and I don't know how to put this in, so I need to apologize in advance. So hear me out on this part. When we're talking about whose sentence gets commuted, how do you judge who's going to be that person on death row? When we already know that the majority of the folks that are on death row look like me and you. But somebody that's a monster like Dylan Roof might have the possibility of being commuted.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, is this going to be, which it is the president's priority if he wants to do it or not. But I'm looking at it and saying, well, you know what?
What's the standard for it?
What's the standard?
Well, this how, if I was president, right? If I was president, this is what I'd do.
No, if you was president, everybody would die.
Nah, not everybody would die, because I would look at it like this. I'd be like, who doesn't deserve to be put to death? Meaning, I'm going to look at this, and I'm going to look at the ones that may have been found guilty and wasn't guilty. That's the only ones that's going to have a chance of me staying any type of thing for them. If you was found guilty and you was guilty, I'm not touching your sentence. I'm not touching your sentence. Your sentence is your sentence. The only people that's getting some relief from me is people that may have been found guilty and wasn't guilty. That's the ones that get the stay.
Let's take the break. Let's take the break. And then we'll come back. Can we come back with the story? You can play? All right. So everybody get online. Make sure that you got your Facebook Live going, because we're going to play the story for you. More coming up, y'all. Y'all got such a happy topic today. Everybody got on their little Santa hat. And we just going at it about death. Just a death.
Well, you know, Santa,
what?
you know.
We rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Death. More coming up, y'all. Everybody hold tight.
Late nights are made for chillin', and you can do just that every Sunday night at 10 p.m. as DJ Wick brings you The Love Zone. It's the perfect way to top off your weekend with your favorite old and new school ballads. So sit back, relax, and let DJ Wick take you to the Love Zone on WBOK 12:30 a.m. and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com. Metropolitan Human Services District wants to remind you that treatment is effective and everyone can recover. If you are looking for a recovery program and you live in the Orleans, St. Bernard, or Plaquemines Parish, visit mhsdla.org or call 504-568-3130. Recovery is possible, and MHSD is here to help. Metropolitan Human Services District, where we change lives.
Are you passionate about community safety and police accountability? Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor, we're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Get the facts and stay informed. We're breaking down complex issues, highlighting community voices, and holding people behind the badge accountable. Join us for an informative hour every Friday at noon on WBOK. Your city, your police, your show. The Monitor's Mic.
Hello, I'm Gary Clark. Please tune in to Dr. Clark 101, The Living Classroom, which is broadcasted weekly every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. on WBOK 12:30 a.m. on your dial. And as always, it's been a pleasure.
Happy holidays, everybody. This is Graylin Brown Banks of the world's largest front porch, wishing each and every one of you a very joyous holiday season. Stay safe and practice random acts of kindness. Peace.
Who bring the power to the people, partner? Who bring the power to the hood home? Hey. That's that. Tune in to the reality check. Look. Who bring the power to the people, partner? Who bring the power to the hood home? Hey. That's that. Tune in to the reality check. Look.
Hold on. Wait. Hold up.
You have the right to do whatever you want. That don't mean whatever you want to do is right.
Hold on. They don't know what we talking about.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Hold on, bro. Don't you smell something? I smell a hater around here. Somewhere. That smell coming through strong.
Hate is such a strong word. Hate is a strong word.
Hate is one word. Hater is another.
It's another.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I said hater. Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that.
Pointing at me. Did you saw him pointing at me?
Yeah,
I'm just looking out for your health.
I did.
I'm just trying to worry about you.
Thank you, bro.
Because you've been so helpful to
I
me.
appreciate
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
What? Love you like a play cousin. Yeah.
That don't change that.
It
I
don't
want
change
my
one damn thing.
strawberry.
I'm still
I need my
wanna
strawberry
eat.
cheesecake.
Dr. Shepard made the gumbo.
Yes.
You made the gumbo.
Yes.
I am very
made
much
the
looking
gumbo.
forward to that, but I cannot eat it right now like I want to, because you know I be.
Yeah.
That'd be the end of the show.
Hold on. Oh, I got one for him. He shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done that at all. He gonna do that anyway. So.
Oh.
I give you maybe 15 more minutes.
Oh.
He been all active and stuff today.
He has.
Yeah.
That means we got good topics going on.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
We had good topics all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know.
But he work all the time.
Yes. I heard you say because he was making a big bucks.
I'm about to make him a T-shirt.
False advertising.
His new nickname. You don't know his new nickname?
No.
I don't either.
Comatose.
Oh.
Comatose.
That wasn't right.
That's his new nickname. Comatose.
That wasn't right.
Jazz, go ahead and pretend it.
That wasn't
Maybe
right.
for about 5 minutes.
About 5 more minutes. All right. We got the story. So I'm going to get everybody on Facebook Live need to be on this right now because this is the story that we're talking about today. And I want everybody to be aware of this story. The commuting sentences also affected the families and lives of folks around here in New Orleans because Joe Biden commuted the sentence of Lynn Davis. All right, so let's take a look at it. This was on Channel 6. I think they did it today. It was breaking news today, too.
Yeah.
So you do think that he should have, or you don't?
I mean, like I said,
you don't believe in death penalty.
I don't believe in the death penalty because I know the way that it's usually applied. So just in general, I mean, I think it's a good idea to allow people to live out the torture of knowing what it is that they did and the fact that it hinders and impairs the rest of their life. I think that that's a form of torture in and of itself. And so just by and large, because so many innocent black men wind up on death row, I just am normally opposed to it. So I usually don't do the case-by-case breakdown. It's just like, no, let them live out the torture of the rest of their life in prison.
All right, let's take a look. Go ahead.
This is breaking news on WDSU.
And we are following breaking news at noon as shocking new developments as President Biden says he is now commuting the sentences of 37 inmates out of the 40 people sitting on death row right now, converting their punishments into life imprisonment. But get this, one of those people is former NOPD officer Len Davis. Davis ordered a drug dealer to shoot and kill a woman after she filed a brutality complaint against him. He was nicknamed the Desire Terrorist. Leaders say that he was helping out drug dealers and was arrested as part of an FBI sting back in 1994. But the move also spares the life of those involved in a deadly bank robbery or drug deals, as well as the killings of guards or prisoners in federal facilities. This means just 3 federal inmates are still facing execution. As it relates to Davis, the Office of Independent Police Monitor is now blasting Biden on this move, saying in this action, President Biden showed more mercy for Davis than this corrupt officer ever showed for Kim Groves, her children, her family, and the people of New Orleans. The office goes on to say that it stands in solidarity with families who are victims of Len Davis and his, quote, death squad, and that police violence is unacceptable, and we must continue to hold those officers accountable for their actions.
All right, there you have it. There you have it. This looks like Stella is really upset by basically coming out and saying, you know, we're giving more, I guess, sympathy to those that did the crime than the folks that
were victimized.
Care to change your thought?
No. I mean, it's bad inside of this instance, but again, I don't think that it's not justice to make the person have to live out their life in jail. I still think that that's a form of justice.
Yeah,
as opposed to if he got commuted and let out of jail,
now
then that would be something totally different.
Totally different. But
yeah, I think everybody would be pissed.
Right.
But I do understand where Stella is coming from, because she's the one that's out here trying to hold police officers accountable. So if you're gonna kind of the epitome of what I'm fighting against, you're gonna pardon and be like, okay, well, you can live.
But he didn't pardon.
But he didn't pardon.
I mean, not pardon,
just
but
a lesser sentence.
Yeah, just a
but
lesser
also,
sentence.
I was.
It just take the sting away a little.
I hear that, but I also what I think. Okay, so I went and I read the article that said how many people. It said that it was 40.
Yeah,
40 total, and he did 37.
He did 37.
So what's the 3 that he didn't do?
He did not do Dylan Roof. For him shooting the folks at the Charleston AME Church. He did not do Desikhar Tsarnaev, the Boston Marathon bomber, and did not do Robert Bowers, who shot the 11 congregants at the Tree of Life Synagogue.
Oh, okay.
In Pittsburgh.
Okay, so mass murderers is who he didn't let off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. See, I
think that's a distinction. You know, that is some kind of line. Maybe not liking where he drew it. And I also, of course, you all know I'm for police accountability. I'm for keeping people who have harmed people in prison. I just think that is a form of justice, allowing them to forever be in prison. They're gonna literally rot in jail. I still think that's justice.
All right, coming up, we got news, y'all. We'll try to get some of these folks to talk about some of this stuff in just a minute, y'all. So we try to reach out to them and see if they'll come on and talk to us about it. But more coming up, y'all. We got news next.
Have you heard the secret of what New Orleans is talking about? I promise everything will be okay if you're listening here on the airwaves. It's that WBOK 1230 AM.
WBOK 1230 12:30 a.m. New Orleans, home of the reality check, weekdays 1 to 4 p.m.
This news report is brought to you by New Schools for New Orleans.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 things you should know from BIN News. Luigi Mangione is pleading not guilty to state charges in the fatal shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson outside of a Manhattan hotel on December 4th. He also faces federal charges including murder and stalking. President Biden is commuting the death sentences of more than 36 people. NAACP President and CEO Derek Johnson called it the moral thing to do. Biden announced this morning that he condemns the murders committed but cannot in good conscience advocate for the death penalty at the federal level. Amazon Teamsters are expanding their strike before the holidays, protesting in most major cities for better pay, better working conditions, and employee recognition. And Denzel Washington is adding to his resume through faith. Washington was baptized on Saturday at Kelly Temple Church of God in Christ, located in New York City's Harlem neighborhood. The Oscar-winning actor was also given a minister license during the service. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 at BINnews.com.
New Schools for New Orleans wants to send a huge congratulations to all of our educators, students, and families of New Orleans for their continuous academic growth. School performance scores have been released from the state. For the first time in many years, there are no failing schools in New Orleans Public Schools. As a district, our performance increased by 4 points. In addition, Orleans Parish now exceeds pre-COVID school performance score for all students by 6.2 points. When you see a teacher, school leader, or student, be sure to show them some love.
Who bring the power to the people, partner? Who bring the power to the hood home? Hey. That's that. Tune into the reality check, look. Who bring the power to the people, partner? Who bring the power to the hood home? Hey. That's that. Tune into the reality check, look.
All right, folks, welcome back. Such a festive type of conversation today.
It really is.
Oh, boy, doesn't it make you feel just warm with eggnog and a little ginger
tingly.
stick? And huh?
All tingly.
All tingly inside. That's the electricity coming through.
Wow.
That's
that bolt about to come down?
Huh?
That's that bolt of lightning about to come down?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
There you go.
That's for you.
That's for you.
That's for you.
That is for you. So, I guess for those that are tuning in today, what are we talking about? We have the conversation piece talking about President Biden commuting sentences of those that are on death row, one of which is Lynn Davis. Lynn Davis, a former New Orleans NOPD cop, who's responsible for the killing of Kim Groves in 1994. And they used to call him the Desire Terrorist.
Wow.
Yeah. Because Kim Groves saw him beat a young man by the name of Nathan Norwood and violate his civil rights, and she reported him.
Right.
So Lynn Davis was supposedly guarding and had other police officers guarding a warehouse that was full of drugs for the drug dealers.
Mm-hmm.
But when she reported him, he said, "I'm going to have you killed."
Mm.
And he did.
Mm.
And what bothered me about this case is they had already seen the type of stuff that he was capable of. They were investigating him, and the FBI had tabs on him, and they let that girl die.
Right. They were listening to him order the hit on a recorded line, but they decided not to do anything about it.
And they killed her.
He hired a hitman to kill her.
Yep.
So he deserves to be in prison, most definitely.
Oh, yeah, they got him. Yeah, they got him. I mean, he's in jail.
Right. I'm just saying.
I'm saying death row.
Right. It's good that he didn't get pardoned, but to get his sentence commuted means he took a lesser sentence, but he's still going to be in jail for the rest of his life. Right? Because it's life without the possibility of parole.
Right.
Okay.
But here's the question. Can that possibly get knocked down again by another president?
I doubt it.
See, that's the problem right there. The doubt it. That one word, I doubt it. That leaves possibility.
So you were okay with the death sentence in this case?
So, no, initially, I didn't have a problem with him lessening it from debt, right? Until I started thinking about and going into my memory banks and remembering about the death squad and all this and all that, which eases me a little bit further back to the side of, leave him on death row, right? But
you wanted to leave him on death row?
No. At first, I was like, I had no problem with it. But now that I go back in my memory and I start thinking about all of the things that he did, I think I'm right there putting him back on that road because of the fact that it was the abuse of power, an egregious abuse of power.
Abuse of power.
Yes.
I mean, egregious.
And you had taken oath.
Yeah.
To protect and serve.
Yeah, to protect and serve, and you
become the desire. What they call him, the desire monster.
I'm still trying to figure out though. But what is the differentiating factor between them being being in jail for the rest of their life? They're gonna rot in prison. They'll die in prison.
The abuse of power. The abuse of power.
But so abusing power is what means that they should die.
Yes. Think about it. So this is the same thing with me talking about
the priest.
The priest. It's not. I have a problem with the priest. Bottom line, I have a problem with the priest. But I have even more of a problem with the people that's allowing this priest to continue on what he's doing, and not only allowing him to move around, but aiding him in moving him around from city to city. So that's once again a power situation that you're taking advantage of. I can move you around to keep you out of the eyes of these other people, and we're not gonna say that it's bad because why? Probably some of us are doing it too.
Yuck. I want to know, can we call in a lawyer? Can we call? Is there a lawyer that we could call or ask to call in to give us what do they consider by law to be the differentiating factor between the death penalty and life in prison?
Oh, what?
Like legally, what begs one or the other?
I think that's all up to individuals, like whoever issues out the actual
penalty.
Yeah, whoever.
So the judge. So we need a judge to call in.
The judge's not gonna do it. Because the judge can be called biased. Because they have to operate by the canons. I know the judge has to go by the canons. So I know the judge is not going to give us the factors of what this is. Because if they have to make this type of factor and they say, hey, look, we need to make sure that, we lock them up, then that judge is going to get recused from a case because he gave an opinion.
Oh, But maybe not an opinion on what the president did, but
no, an opinion on the law.
Oh, they can't give an opinion about what the law is?
Not when there's a possibility that he or she could end up assigned to an egregious case that could happen in the future. And then that prosecuting lawyer would come up and say, we don't want this judge.
He already made a statement.
Because he already said what
what he gonna do.
That is so terrible.
Yeah.
So there's no one who can inform the public
on what
the law is.
So not really, not what the law is, but maybe the measuring stick.
Right.
Looking for, because I don't think
a lawyer can.
I don't.
Okay, so we need a lawyer to call.
Because I don't think there's an actual law that separates it.
The two.
Separates what?
What is worthy of the death penalty versus?
Is there something that physically concrete makes you cross the line from one to the other? I don't think there's that. I think that's all kind of up to the person who's issuing out the charge.
So yeah, it's a difference because see there are statutes for crimes. So you do murder, you can get up to 25 to life. Second degree murder, you can get 10 to 20.
Okay, so where does that start?
Right. What is the thing where it's like, oh no, this is the death penalty?
Right. So where does that start? Where does that line start?
Don't know. That's what that's what we need to figure out from attorneys. All right, here we go. Vincent.
Hey, how y'all doing? Happy holidays.
Same to you, sir.
All right. So the subject y'all talking about, someone just said it, and between you two or three that I think that like the church, or not the church, not to single them out, but with the priest situation. You know, the government is aware of the things they've done throughout the world and, you know, in this country under COINTELPRO, and it's probably no worse than what Lynn Davis did. So, I mean, maybe he was considering, you know, being the sitting president, having facts and knowledge of what they've done with their own hands. Maybe that's why he commuted it and didn't leave it on death row.
So he might be looking at it like it's not that bad. Okay.
Yeah, considering
We've done worse.
Considering we just knocked such and such off for no apparent reason. Yeah,
Well,
I can feel that.
I hear that, but I think too, what we just spoke about was the fact that it was 37 out of 40 cases, and the only ones that he didn't commute were people who were mass murderers. So it seems as though the dividing line for Biden, at least, is mass murderers deserve the death penalty. That's kind of what it sounds like.
Okay. All right. Well, look, y'all have a happy holidays.
You too.
All right.
And you know, I was worried at first because when you said Dylan Roof, I thought he had
commuted his.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Because that's what I was.
I was going to be like in here with like.
Yeah. That's
y'all
why,
bring the markers and let's get the paper and the thing because we're going to pick it.
Yeah. Because I was going to be like, well, there's your problem. That's why y'all lost. Because of stuff like that.
Because you don't hold them accountable.
Well, then let's put something in perspective here. Because honestly, the one that he did commute, which was the Lynn Davis sentence of being on death row, is actually here. He had this lady killed.
Mm-hmm.
She got kids here.
Mm-hmm.
Her family's here.
Yeah.
We don't know Dylan Roof.
Right.
Even though that it was more egregious because it was more than one life that he walked in there and killed himself. But Dylan Roof also pulled the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Lynn Davis ordered somebody else to do it.
Which
don't
is...
make it no difference. But it ain't like he pulled the trigger himself. But Anne Frank did. Antoinette Frank did. When she killed her partner and, let's see. She killed her partner and she killed her family.
Buried her daddy.
Buried her daddy underneath the house. Yeah.
So maybe what we should also say then is not mass murder. Or when we say mass murder, we mean the public. Because what those three people did who he left their sentences intact, where they went into a place where they didn't know people and openly started firing. Right.
That's what Antoinette Frank did.
But you just said, I thought you said that it was somebody connected to her. It was like a family that she knew.
It was a family that ran a Chinese restaurant. She wanted to rob it. And then her partner was there. She killed her partner. And then they were
Oh, so that was a robbery gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's still different from the three people that he left on, which were intentionally targeting public areas of people that they don't know. That's still something different. Dylan Roof, three people who used the Boston bomber.
Yeah, the ones that he let.
The ones that he let their death penalty stand.
You talking about the president?
Yeah.
So you're talking about the Boston bomber, Tsar's Nave, and Robert Bowers. Robert Bowers was the one that killed or shot the 11 congregants in that synagogue.
Right.
I think that was in Pittsburgh.
Right. So what he didn't let off were people who went into facilities and just decided to kill a bunch of random people, and they were motivated by some form of hate or extremism. That's what to me, that's what this commuting thing sounds like.
Yeah, but I probably would need to research all 37
to see what they
did. The ones that he let go.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Let's take Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill.
Good afternoon.
What you saying?
Happy holidays to everyone. I totally agree with Jasmine. With Lynn Davis, it might as well have been him pulling the trigger because he initiated it.
Right.
Recruited someone to pull the trigger, so it was just like it was his finger pulling the trigger as well.
Mm-hmm.
regardless if it was just one person.
So you
Now,
don't
that
think that
brings
they
me-
should have commuted his sentence?
No, I don't. Now, those individuals that we know did killing, positively, Dylan Roof and those other guys, the other three that are still on death row, we definitely know that they pulled the trigger. They did the dirty deed. Now, you're talking about Lynn Davis with the one killing and so forth and getting commuted. Okay, how are they going to handle Luigi Mangione?
But
He killed one person.
the guy Luigi, the guy who just did the killing. But
No, you
even
have to say it-
even
you
with
have to say
his
it properly. Luigi. Another thing that I'm looking at, I'm surprised the MAGA crowd hasn't jumped out talking about Italians. You know how they do about Hispanics and people of color from various places.
Right.
Oh, it's coming.
But the
you gotta
Italians
remember
are white
something.
though.
But you got to remember something. They did. They just said something about this today. This was happening probably about 12 noon. So probably by this evening, by the time the news come on, we'll see a change. We'll see the MAGA crowd get up and say something.
I heard about Lynn Davis' situation yesterday. I just threw Luigi out there just for the hell of it. You know, he killed one person. Now, his defense attorney would say, how can you be positively sure that that was him with the hoodie on and the dark clothing and so forth and so on? You know, he's already pled not guilty.
Right. I don't think that they have a case. I would be surprised if he winds up actually in prison. I don't think they have a case because you can't positively identify that that was him. They let whoever the person was get away. And then also I've heard people say what jury is about to convict him because most people agree in some cases, or at least think that he's a hero. It's like on some V for Vendetta type stuff. You know, most people are in support. So I think that they're going to have a hard time trying to actually convict him.
I understand his store order account is doing quite well.
Say that again?
When you watch his store order account, Jazz know about that.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, Mr. Bill. I don't know how I feel about that comment right there.
Yes, indeed.
Jazz know about that.
Jazz know it. Now, somebody brought up the government and possibly thinking, well, things that we've done in other places, you know, it could, if the fingers are directed in certain people's direction, that they would handle them down the road.
Well, I still think that things are going to change next year because if you remember, though, and I don't think we're taking account for it, you know, a lot of policies have yet to be talked about, which is going to come out of this 2025, this Project 2025. And if you remember, one of them stated that things will start happening where you're going to be stood in front of a firing squad.
Right. That's part of the move.
Right.
Was clearing all of these people up who he thinks shouldn't be held to that standard. He's trying to make sure that whatever it is that Trump has coming in.
But guess who agreed with him? Landry.
Who?
Landry agreed with him.
Agreed with who? Firing squad?
Yep.
Right. So that's the reason why. That's the reason why he's commuting these sentences, except for people who have done extremely heinous crimes like mass shootings.
And I can
but you
tell
said we still got to look at
the state of Louisiana is getting ready to be in a place where we're going to get a rude awakening. Did you notice? Now pay attention to this if you have not, Mr. Bill. Did you notice that over the weekend, on Friday, there was a big spoof puff, whatever we want to call it, about Nord?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Talking bad about the parks.
Yes.
Dirty playground.
Dirty
yes,
playgrounds.
Playground.
Who that came from?
Oh, Helena Moreno.
Nope.
Who?
Laura Rodriguez.
Okay. Yeah.
That's Canazero's daughter. That's the one who
One
put on the
insane.
recall. She was
One
the attorney
insane.
for the recall. And she's the head of the big mama pop, what was that, the Mama Bears? the left wing organization that's always
Oh
on there.
my God.
She that and that's Canizaro's daughter.
The right wing. The right wing.
Right wing.
Guess was it the left wing or the
You
right
said
wing?
it's the right wing. Those are conservative lines.
I'm sorry, I'm like Jazz on this. Left wing, right wing, same buzzard. but guess what's getting ready to happen?
When you get old like you, we got to overlook something.
But guess what's getting ready to happen? Watch her end up being the U.S. attorney.
You just made my stomach start getting.
What about the officers that basically killed Mr. Green?
What about them?
He said, "How are we going to be able to hold people accountable?"
They got all full immunity now. Watch who's getting ready to end up being the U.S. attorney.
Suppose somebody decides they want to bring that back up.
Guess who gonna be the U.S. attorney that you ain't gonna be able to bring that back up? Plus, you got a conservative federal court and Fifth Circuit.
It's about to be bad. I hope that they don't allow New Orleans to wind up being a conservative city.
She get ready to be the U.S. attorney for the Eastern District. Dude, welcome to New Orleans.
I hear the music, guys. So happy holidays. And
Same to you, Mr. Nichols.
And talk to you again soon.
All right, my friend. Take care.
Later.
All right, we got to take a break. More coming up, y'all.
What is the way forward for New Orleans, Louisiana, or the nation? I'm Eddie Francis. Every week, I'll discuss issues that impact our well-being and how we can navigate those issues with a solutions-based approach. Join me every Saturday at 2 p.m. for The Way Forward on WBOK 1230 AM or streaming live at WBOK1230am.com on Facebook, YouTube, or the Play Ode app. WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana companies through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about what the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation does, please visit www.jazzandheritage.org.
Are you passionate about community safety and police accountability? Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor, we're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Get the facts and stay informed. We're breaking down complex issues, highlighting community voices, and holding people behind the badge accountable. Join us for an informative hour every Friday at noon on WBOK. Your city, your police, your show. The Monitor's Mic.
Wow, what's happening? This the Jazz Man over here at WBOK holding it down. Want to wish everybody a happy holidays. Y'all be safe out there.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM.
Who bring the power to the people, partner? Who bring the power to the hood home? Hey. That's that. Tune into the reality check. Look. Who bring the power to the people, partner? Who bring the power to the hood home? Hey. That's that. Tune into the reality check. Look.
Wow. Sound like you was crying. I was like, don't cry. Don't cry. Welcome back to the show. Don't forget at 4 o'clock today, you got the sports report. All this stuff talking about the game tonight. Who gonna win tonight, Jazz?
You sure you gonna ask me that right here, right now?
Mm-hmm. You in the truth mode.
I hate to rain on everybody's parade.
You in the truth mode.
Today we absolutely, positively are going to lose.
You've been giving it to us raw today.
Why you think they're gonna lose?
Just disappointing people.
Why you think they're so? Why so?
Because Green Bay is a better team.
All right, another question. Do you think Rizzo, what's his name,
Rizzy?
Yeah, you think he gonna get the job?
I don't think so.
You know, Bill Belichick was down here at the LSU game. I thought he was here to interview for it, but he actually took the UNC job. He's now going back to University of North Carolina to take the college football.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think the NFL is suited for him anymore.
Bill Belichick?
Yeah.
Why?
The players. Yeah, players aren't the type of players that
the NIL and all of those stuff. Yeah, they playing for the money.
He's used to coaching players that was players and would listen to coaches. Players nowadays, they NIL, they superstars, they Hollywood, they this, that, and that, and they don't necessarily want to listen to coaches, let alone coaches that they consider to be prehistoric.
Prehistoric.
So, yeah. So
You're just disappointing people today,
yeah,
Jazz.
no. So I mean, honestly, I think.
Prehistoric was too far for you.
Yeah,
that's dinosauric.
Yeah, I mean, he's been around for a while. His style is old. His scheme is old. Everything about it is old school. Even though he keeps a new swag to it, it's all old school.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe he's out of the NFL just like Nick Saban is out of college for the same particular reasons. It's the players. It's a turning of the age. They different now.
Yeah, you got the NIL. They getting paid millions now.
You can't talk to them
for their
no
likeness and
you can't talk to them no more like you're above them. Like
they don't have all those rules.
They don't think you the boss no more. You the coach, but you're not the boss no more. I could go to somebody and get you fired if I'm that much of a superstar. And I mean, that's just the temperature of the NFL today. Oh, that's just the temperature of athletes today in general.
You be sports betting, Jazz?
No, I don't. I use, like if I'm feeling froggy, I might. But
I don't.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
I'm not it.
You shouldn't. The state makes so much money, so many billions of dollars, trillions of dollars.
She wasn't even trying to be. Yeah, you.
I mean,
should.
you should. If I'm trying to have fun, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just tell you like this: the thought of me not winning, or the thought of me losing money, instantly makes things unfun.
Well, I'm going to get me some.
I like that.
I'm going to get me some Mega Million tickets. I am going to get those.
Yeah, I mean stuff like that I'll do, and every once in a while.
Once in a while,
you know, but like those people that be trying to go to the casino and place bets to make a living, and actually do make a living off of it. I don't understand.
I was one.
You gotta have.
I did that.
What?
I used to do that.
Oh, well, that's why
I was a high roller.
That's why you
How
don't
much
do
you
it
want?
no more.
I'm shoot.
Oh, but that's when you was really making that money.
Yeah.
How much you won and how much you lost?
I think my tax forms was 300,000.
Ooh.
Yeah, you was that. I know what
Would
days.
you-
I know what days that was.
Would you say?
Oh, I was back then in them days.
I know what day. I know where you was working.
Yeah. Because I ran seven
Yeah.
different radio stations.
Yeah.
So I was
You
getting,
had
I was
money.
getting paid. I was getting paid.
Are you saying that you
Getting paid here?
are underpaid?
Hell, I ain't getting paid. You gonna beat me out on this, dude. Don't make me have to this paid here. Monopoly money. Gumbo. That's what I got paid today. I got me some gumbo. That was payment enough, boo boo. Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
And I'm trying to rob him for his cookies.
He might not take it all home.
But I was like vice president for the whole region for many years.
Yeah,
so.
and that was.
I ain't had no kids. No, it was just me.
Yeah, so you was able to do that in Wild
Yeah.
Out. That's how you was able to go to them
Don't even say.
parties.
When you went,
I just said parties.
They keep that parties.
I see. That's my girl.
That's my partner.
That's my girl.
He
too.
said
I was
Hollywood
trying to-
high roller parties.
Yeah, I
we
was-
all know that there's one
Yeah.
trending
I was trying not
theme
to. I was trying not to put him out there.
of high roller parties.
Just today, I was trying not. I was trying to be in the holiday spirit and keep that to myself. But yeah, it's out there now. So. Yeah, that party.
Okay, but not those parties.
So let me tell you
No, that's
about
the
him going
parties
to
we
them
talking
parties.
about. That's the parties we talking about.
Wait, let me
That's
tell you
actually
about,
the
about
parties
him
we
and them
talking
parties.
about. Huh?
Yeah.
What?
You going to them parties?
I'm not going to them parties.
Not no more.
Never.
Yeah.
I have never once went to one of them parties. You show me
You
the
was
footage.
featured.
Show me the footage.
You was at.
Show me the footage.
I had to
It's
stop
real
him.
simple.
I had to stop him.
Oh,
Boy, put your pants up and get up off the floor. Jack, that is not jazzy like. That is not jazzy. That's not no. Don't be abused like that. You said you was gonna kill the people.
Yeah.
That's why you had to see. Now you understand how all that come back now, on why he want to kill the people. Victimization is, PTSD.
It's projection.
That's it.
Nah, it's abuse of power.
See?
That's all it is. It's just abuse of power.
See?
Okay, anyone who abuses their
He's
power,
still going.
they need to die.
He's still going. He done killed the people. He done killed the people.
He means it.
I know.
I really do.
Breathe in. Breathe out.
Especially the
Choke
one
in.
who
And took out. There you go.
You going
I know,
far.
went too far.
Too far.
So, yeah. But I just said to myself, in this case, because I sent Stella a message. I'm hoping that she'll call us, but I doubt that she's going to talk to us. To see if she'll talk to us about the situation. And I also sent Bruce Adams a message asking him to talk to us about it. Because I remember when, this was what, 94, 96. I think it was 96. When they arrested Lynn Davis.
I thought it was 94.
It may have been. I think it was either 94 or 96, one of the two.
Let me see. 94. I would have been a freshman over here. I don't think that's when that happened. I think it was probably more like 95.
Somewhere between 94 and 96.
Yeah, somewhere
somewhere
between now.
Kim Groves was in 1994. The death of Kim Groves was in 1994.
Yeah, I thought it was 94. I talk about her case in my work.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kind of like, my work is about the continuation of colonial behavior. And so I talk about it because it goes to show a continuation that the idea of disaster and a disastrous system goes above and beyond just Katrina. We had some of the same issues beforehand. And so I point to her case and some others.
Well, what was interesting to me in this case is that they let it happen.
Right. And that
The
also
death of Kim Graves.
that also means that
Kim
we
Groves,
have
I'm sorry.
not actually wound up punishing everyone who should be held accountable even for the case, right? Because people overheard the hit and did not stop it.
Nope.
And so that is a level of police accountability.
It was 94, October 94.
October 94.
That's a level of, who was it? Was it the FBI?
Yep.
That's a level of FBI accountability. They knew that she was about to be killed and did nothing to stop it. And I wonder what that means.
Just so they could get him.
Right. Get him for drug trafficking, then let a murder go.
And I just looked at it and said to myself, how evil? Who's the evil of the evil?
Right.
You let somebody die on your watch. Because y'all looking at him. Y'all got him under investigation.
Right.
You're
It was
watching.
recorded.
You're surveilling him.
Now, you know what I got to say about that, huh?
Oh, Lord.
They just as bad as the Cardinals.
Right. That's why I said that there's another level of accountability, because what about those officers? But it's so sad because they can always just do the same, thing that the officer said that worked with Hitler. Like, I was just doing my job. I was just doing my job. And that tends to be what happens in terms of people who are working within the system, which also goes back to that Luigi case, because he was the CEO working inside of a system, right? And it's like, how do you hold the system accountable? You shoot somebody. You
Who
shoot
was
one
it?
person.
Are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Luigi case.
Okay.
Because there's a comedian, Joshua, what's his name be? Joshua Johnson. And he talked about how difficult it is because when you're in an organization and some wrong happens, each person within the organization could be like, it's not me, it's the organization. And so it makes it seem like you don't have any way to hold any person accountable or to be able to be responsive to it. And so what Luigi showed was, oh no, you can take down one, right? You can still push the blame over to somebody to hopefully transform that organization. What I would want to know is United Healthcare doing anything in response to what he did? Is it giving them a moment of self-analysis?
They put more security up.
Yeah, they should be thinking about how to transform their business structure
to keep this from happening again.
Right. Because also what the case shows us is that they want to ensure that more poor people, or he wasn't, if this guy did it, he wasn't poor, but they want to send the message that more poor people should not kill CEOs. And I've seen them, on the news making statements like, well, we don't handle political disagreements with violence. And it's like, have you seen Israel and Palestine lately? I thought that was exactly what we did.
Well, this country was raised on violence. So, it was put together on violence. So when did we stop that?
They just want you to stop when it comes to the elite class of people. That's when you've gone too far. That's when you've gone too far.
But you think that Luigi's gonna get off?
I think that they are gonna have a difficult time proving the case because you cannot prove that he was the person who committed the murder. There's all these things that kind of sound like it could be, but there's room enough for probable doubt. That's one. And then two, what jury are you going to get of 12 people who all are going to believe that he did it and that he should be held liable? Because the thing is that even if he did it, they don't have to say that he's guilty. Like a jury can always call people not guilty who they know are guilty. That's what the history of lynching showed us. That you can still get 12 people together. They can know that the person did it and still be like, but we don't want him to be held liable. So the person is not guilty. We know that from the history of this country.
So what do they have? Why would a jury do that? For what? For what reason? Now, what you're talking about is Jim Crow days.
Right.
When they said, we know that he did it, and then they didn't hold
and we
a
don't
white
want
man
for him to be held
when
accountable.
they were killing black people.
Right.
So, but that was a jury of all whites.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the justice system still works the same way, where you can have a person who may have done something, you don't want them to be held accountable, and you can decide that you don't want to.
So you don't think that he will be held accountable?
I think that from the pulse of the people, that it's going to be difficult. Right. It's going to be difficult for them to find 12 people who are all going to agree to go ahead and hold him guilty, call him guilty, and punish him. I think that that's going to be difficult.
All right, so I haven't followed the case that much, right? But in this type of situation, there is one thing that I know, and people in positions of power will make whatever they need to happen so they can continue on being in positions of power. So I say that to say, if these companies decide that it's a good move to
make an example of him,
then he will be made an example of. But more likely, they want to sweep it under the rug so they can continue on how they have been continuing on. In that case, he doesn't. He gets found guilty.
We'll see. I'm willing to bet a cheesecake on it. Have y'all had y'all cheesecake yet?
No.
Okay. I'm just making sure I didn't miss it.
The lady is
Excuses.
Okay.
George.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Is it me? Am I on?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not on?
No.
I'm hallucinating?
Yeah, you on, George.
No.
Oh, I thought I was hallucinating.
No, you won't.
Man,
This is a recording. This is a recording.
Tell him again. Tell him again, Doc.
I don't think
that white boy, huh?
I don't think that he's going to be held accountable for that.
That white boy is getting celebrity status for shooting this guy, man.
Yep.
There's a lot of angry people out here.
People
Don't
are
ask
upset.
any Donald Trump supporters.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask them if they're ready to kill. Look, they elect a billionaire, and they're ready to kill CEOs. Go figure that. That's crazy. That's why he's gonna get off.
So here's my other question, though, right? When was the last time the courts decided to make a judgment in the favor of what the people want?
You know,
When's the last time the judges made a judgment in favor of how the people feel?
Right. The law is always conservative. That is a good point. But what I'm saying is, if it has to go through a jury is just 12 people, and they can only excuse so many jurors. They can't just keep excusing people. So what I'm saying is, I think that it could be a hung jury. Even
it will be
before it winds up being 12 people who all agree
One way
that
or
this
the
man
other.
is guilty.
I could feel that.
It was easier to get a Trump conviction than it is going to be to convict this boy.
Especially of the murder charges. I saw that they have other charges that are like weapons charges and stuff like that. He might wind up with a weapons charge, but I don't think that they're going to be able to get him on murder.
And this boy ain't broke either. This boy come from money.
They got
Right.
him on surveillance.
No, they have some. They got some people saying if you match up the shooter with him, that the facial features don't all match. So what I'm saying is they're going to have to prove, not just he ran, we caught a guy with a gun. The person at McDonald's said that's not. They're gonna have to actually prove, and that's gonna be difficult.
That's gonna be the hit. And I'm going to say this on the way off the air, right, before I give my celebratory Merry Christmas, Happy New Year stuff. Canizero daughter, the one where Donald the Orange Head went to Canizero house and had a fundraiser. Who's going to be what you said? The next what?
U.S. Attorney. U.S. Attorney.
Yo, boy, it's in the bucket. In the TV. In fact, it's so in the bucket that I'll put that right along with who is the Saints gonna win?
Oh,
is it gonna be a hung jury? All that there is facts at this point, and we don't even. And we looking into the future. We reading tea leaves, and the tea leaves are coming up. What you say, Doc Shepard? They're coming up what?
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
I really think that we have to take a look at some things. And first of all, I don't think that America is just to the point where everything ain't gonna be, in some senses, not guilty with a jury, because the consequences of what we've seen in the past with injustices with juries that are saying things are not guilty. We've seen riots happen. We've seen cities and towns burn down.
But that's because of the people. That's because of the way the people feel. The
So-
people on his
So
side.
do we think that the people ain't on his side? They got some people that's on his side. Yes.
You got to get on Instagram.
I am on Instagram, but you got to get on X and look at some of the
You
stuff
got to
that's on X
catch up
too.
to this one, bro.
Yeah, I do believe that sometimes when we start looking at the industry, I'm talking about the medical industry now. The medical industry is costing a whole lot of money for a whole lot of people, and then when I do get sick, I need somebody to help me out, and they go, "Oh, we can't do nothing for you."
Right.
And people
Hey,
got
bro.
tired of that.
Right. Exactly.
So,
bro.
yeah.
He bought so many physicians. Hell, some of the physicians might be pissed off with him. I'm like, this ain't that kind of reality for real.
I saw.
They got so many doctors upset with this whole medical system.
I saw a clip of a woman, and it's just a random clip. So excuse me if I don't have all of the details. It was a woman who is a doctor, and she said in her career, she denied a man a life-saving surgery, and by doing so, she helped her company to make $500,000. and they promoted her. And so what she did was she would just deny claims and move up the ladder, so that the person who winds up being the CEO of a company, okay, is somebody who is known to be particularly ruthless and will deny people life-saving surgeries time and time again. And people are too sick for them to feel as though they're going to be on the side of the CEO. When you hear
that part right there, Doc.
So I think that most people are on the side of, or I'm not even going to say most people. I'm going to say there's enough people that are empathizing with this man that will make it hard for them to have a jury of 12.
That part right there. That part right there. You go in the doctors and they're turning people down left and right. Medical, all kinds of negative stories are coming out about how they was denying little kids life-saving medicines. Man, that part right there.
Right. Gerard still says no.
I don't think so.
He thinks justice will prevail.
No. All they're gonna
right.
No, it's not that I don't think the justice is gonna prevail. All they're gonna do is move it. They're gonna request for this to be moved somewhere.
Right, but what I'm saying is all across the country. Where are you gonna find a bunch of people who all agree?
Conservatives.
Even the people who can afford to pay for insurance is pissed off with insurance.
Right,
man.
I think some Trump supporters are still on that man's side.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
So it's whack, bro. It's gonna be whack. And before I get off the phone, this is what I'm gonna say.
Let me hear it.
It's been a wonderful, wonderful year. And like I was saying the other day, Merry Christmas to all them people I pissed off and don't like me. Merry Christmas to them too. Merry Christmas to all the ones who love me. My WBOK family, listeners, callers. You know what I'm saying? Merry Christmas and much love to all y'all. And if I ain't listening to WBOK, Gerard Stevens, and Dr. Shepard on the Monday, and listening to Jazz on the Backboard, giving me the sound opinions, I'm going to miss out on some black facts and information I need to know going into the new year. Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year.
Thank you, George. I appreciate it. I appreciate
Merry
that.
Christmas.
Goodbye, George.
Merry
Bye,
Christmas.
y'all. See you in the new year, brother.
See you in the new year, baby.
I think we need this after that.
That gave me some Christmas cheer.
I need a Christmas drink. I don't even drink.
You just stay away from them cookies.
You are not getting my cookies. I'm just going to throw that out here. He is not getting my cookies. No, my gumbo. Nothing else.
I wouldn't even try and take your gumbo. You can
You
have
try to take my cookies?
Because you can have your gumbo. This is for health reasons. It's a lot of chocolate in them cookies, brother.
I wish I wouldn't have bought you the cookies.
I'm glad you did. Thank you so much.
I'm glad
I feel
you
like
did
I'm
too.
in trouble.
I'm glad you did too.
Thank you.
It's gonna be a fight.
Because this doctor, she listening.
I'm sorry, Miss Tammy.
That's wrong, doctor.
That's the other doctor.
That's the other doctor.
She does listen, but she understands. She said you can have moderation.
Right.
That's all.
Okay, eat what I gave you in moderation.
I'm gonna eat everything that you gave me.
Yeah, moderate them over here.
In moderate. You forgot the moderation part.
I'm gonna eat everything you brought. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. We gotta take a break here. We'll wrap up. More coming up.
Hi, I'm Leo Jackson, host of Sunday Gospel here every Sunday morning, 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. and 12 o'clock till 2 p.m. You don't want to miss this move of God. It happens only on WBOK. You listen to all day long.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors.
Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
This is wellness advocate and host of Change Your Water, Change Your Mind, Pastor David Patan. Every week, I'm educating you on how to be healthier by making simple changes to your diet. So join me every Saturday at 1 p.m. and let's get better together, only on WBOK 1230, what New Orleans is talking about.
Well, look who it is.
We all love a surprise, but not if it's flu or COVID. If you're 65 or older, vaccines are your best defense against severe flu and COVID this fall and winter. Getting both vaccines helps protect you from severe illness and also cuts your hospitalization risk in half. This season, protect yourself. Surprise! So the surprises you get are the good ones. Risk less, do more. Get started at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Happy holidays, y'all. It's your girl, Kimber White Dupree, wishing you a wonderful holiday season. Remember to give and share love. It's the greatest gift of all.
This is the coach, Garrett Sachere. The Sports Report is coming up next on WBOK 1230 AM.
Who bring the power to the people, partner? Who bring the power to the hood home? Hey. That's that. Tune in to the reality check. Look. Who bring the power to the people, partner? Who bring the power to the hood home? Hey. That's that. Tune in to the reality check. Look.
All right, folks, welcome back. A few minutes here before we get into the sports report happening at 4 o'clock. Wishing everybody that you all have a great holiday season. Enjoy your family. Don't forget about those that may not have, toys and things of that sort, and just the reason for the season and all of that great stuff. But how about the elderly? There's a lot of elderly out here that will be spending the holidays by themselves. Go knock on their door. Knock on their door and invite them over. Bring them something to eat. Or sit down and have some conversation with them. They'll appreciate it, because not everybody got a whole great big old family where all y'all getting together around the table and sit down and tell lies and talk and all of the, I tell the truth. We didn't tell lies.
Tell the truth.
Yep, no. My family, we sit down and tell a whole bunch of lies.
And correct each other.
Yeah.
That's not what happened.
So my uncle was the big jokester and would always tell the biggest lies. We all knew it though. He'd tell the biggest lies. He passed last year, so this is like our first Christmas without him. That was my mother's brother. So this will be the first time that we haven't had him around for Christmas. But my first cousin, his son, Maurice, all of us are supposed to get together on Christmas Day. And be around. But, Christmas just ain't Christmas when you have the person that is the matriarch.
Yeah.
Of the family. And that was my grandmother. And she passed several years ago. But one of my aunts is taking that place, so all of us are going to get together for Christmas Day. What are you doing Christmas Day?
Well, same thing with me. I mean, my mom passed, and she would normally be the person to do it all. So I'm stepping in.
You
and
cooking?
I cook her meal, and my family gets together. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to all get together by my dad, and I'm going to cook everything, and we'll have a good time and open gifts and everything.
How's your pop?
He's doing well. He's listening to the show.
Good.
So shout out to him.
Yep.
And Merry Christmas to him.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. The boys are here.
Yep.
What they got for Christmas?
I can't say what they got because they might be able to hear what they got for Christmas.
They're in the hallway playing. I see them. I just saw one.
I'll just tell you look, see?
He can't
you
hear.
See? Look, they looking through the glass. I tell them all that I'm getting them office supplies. And I tell my youngest he'll get paper clips. My middle one will get rubber bands. My oldest will get a stapler. Right? And the thing is they need it. They actually do be needing them.
Come here.
Mm-hmm.
Say hello. Hello. Wait a minute. Say hello to everybody.
Say hey in the mic.
Hello.
Tell them who you are.
I'm Max.
Max? How old are you, Max?
7.
You have to think about it.
Huh?
Never mind.
No.
What you want for Christmas?
A MetaQuest.
I heard you getting a lot of stuff. I'm sorry, a lot of office supplies.
No, I do not want that.
You just you don't want office supplies?
No.
Well, you gonna have all them staplers.
But that's boring.
Huh?
But that's boring.
Office supplies?
Yes.
Office supplies is not boring.
Yes, it is.
Well, you gonna be able to put holes and hole punches and
Right.
all that together.
He said, "What we supposed to do? A project? You could do a project.
What are we supposed to do with a project? With paper clips and all of that.
That's what you got to figure out."
But
You're gonna be all right. But what you want?
MetaQuest.
What's MetaQuest?
The Oculus glasses thing that you look around with.
Well, you got expensive taste.
Yeah.
You getting paper clips
Mm-hmm.
and a hole puncher. And just because I know you, I'm throwing a little ruler.
Ooh, see?
Protractor.
What's that?
What's that? What's a protractor?
It's all right. You be good.
Mhm.
Merry Christmas. All right.
Mhm.
Be good. All right. I know you're good. Thank you, Max. You getting him the Oculus?
No, I ain't getting no Oculus.
You ain't getting no Oculus?
No, I ain't getting no
What you
Oculus.
got?
Some other stuff that he wanted.
He ain't listening now.
I got him some Heelys.
The what?
Heelys.
What's that?
The little shoes with the skates.
With the skates on, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
uh-huh. And then I got Jordan a little trumpet.
He got trumpet too?
Yeah, but he got the little plastic trumpet.
Oh.
Just he got a before he actually like shows interest, you start off like make sure that they actually like the stuff,
Yes, indeed.
Oh, okay. And then my other son, he expensive. He want money, so
Right.
I don't know.
So he
about
buy his
that.
own stuff. Gift cards work really well.
He want money. He want cash.
I don't blame you, bro. I do not
I
blame
think it's extortion. Is that? It's Christmas extortion. Is what it really is.
See, you're looking at it the wrong way.
Uh-huh.
What he's really doing is trying to give you an early gift
Uh-huh.
and make your efforts for Christmas a whole lot simpler.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. Watch this. You got a girlfriend now.
See, I ain't say where it was going.
What you got?
Oh, you think it's he's a mule. He's passing the money through to the girlfriend.
No, I'm not going. Yeah, I mean,
Gotta pay for it
one way or the other. He got to take her out.
You
He
like
got to
it?
take her out.
Yeah, she's a nice young lady. He's not about to say nothing.
He looked down when I
He looks down, yeah.
Smart man.
He's sitting there like, man, how many more minutes we got left in here?
None.
So I get out of here. Get out of here safe. and
Isn't it
sound.
time to wrap up the show?
Where's she from? She from here? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
She
She's
coming.
a nice
She
young
coming
lady.
over for Christmas, or you going over there? Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's whatever. She could come over, or and get a plate. If you wasn't going, I'd tell you come get a plate.
I come too. I would come get a plate.
That's why I bought you your gumbo.
I'll come to play Stapler with you. All right, folks, that's going to wrap things up for us. We wish you the best for the holiday season. Just all the stuff that we talking, just remember it is the meaning for the season. So, and that is the real meaning of what this day is all about. Not just about presents. It's about getting together. It's also about enjoying the person that, needs your help this holiday season too. And it ain't just something monetary. I'm talking about spend some time with some folks. Go knock on the door of your neighbor. Say hello to the elderly person that's living in your neighborhood that you know that they don't have anybody for this holiday season too. Dr. Shepard.
It's always good, G. Merry Christmas and have a happy New Year.
Christmas to you.
Oh.
Jazz Man, my brother. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you, bro.
Same to you, G.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks. We won't be here on tomorrow. We'll be back on Monday to say Merry Christmas. Hope y'all ready for the new year then. We'll see you then. Y'all have a good holiday season and be careful.
From the campus of Xavier University. WBOK 1230 AM. Go. An Equity Media Station.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 things you should know from BIN News. Activists are trying to make the case the death penalty is being handed out unfairly. The latest report from Texas Coalition to Abolish the Death Penalty says that 5 of the 6 defendants sent to death row this year are people of color. Several stores, including Costco, Kroger, Target, and Walmart, are open on Christmas Eve but closed on Christmas Day. CVS and most Walgreens locations will be open both days, with 24-hour Walgreens locations operating as usual. Oregon officials are condemning racist letters in Lincoln County urging racial profiling. Attorney General Ellen Rosenblum and Representative David Gomberg reaffirmed the state's values of respect and inclusion. And former President Barack Obama is out with his favorite songs, books, and movies for 2024. Obama shared his favorites on Instagram and says he always looks forward to letting people in on his annual list. Some of his favorite songs this year were Squabble Up by Kendrick Lamar and Texas Hold'em by Beyonce. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 at BINnews.com.
WBOK 1230 AM online at WBOK1230.com.
Rap. These are the prime years, and we are the members of the Get Fresh crew. On a lifetime mission to explore new beats and new cuts. To take rap beyond a point that no other rapper has ever thought about before.
You know why? Ask me why. We're on a mission. All the way to heaven. Seven heaven. All the way to heaven. All the way to heaven. Seven heaven. All the way to heaven. Now, my name is Dougie Fresh and I love to perform, and you know I got to have my balance on. But a new corporation around the block did not want. They did not want. They did not want the Get Fresh crew to rock, because once we're together we can't be stopped. And the talent to rock is what we've got. And people want us to break up, but we cannot. People want us to break up, but we cannot. Do the diggy talk. What up? We on a mission. All the way to heaven. Seven heaven. All the way to heaven. All the way to heaven. Seven heaven. All the way to heaven. Now, this will be the first time in history a rap song is dedicated to G.O.D. And it's highly advanced to make you dance. And if you're doing what I'm doing, girls, it's bound to clap. I choose. God bless you. God bless you too. Now tell me who wanna rock with the Get Fresh crew? Cool. When I asked this question, people came in a mob as if we had applications for some of you jobs.
Excuse me, Dougie Fresh, I want to see your name, Bob.
Bob?
Yes,
You
Bob.
drunk that all white song? Tell him to wait, I'm having lunch, I mean, and corn on the cob. Now break, hold up, stop. My mistake, I'm in a beatbox break. Get it?
Hello? I would like to speak to Bonquisha. Otis? Yes, this is Otis. She don't want to talk to you. Well, tell her she is going to hear me one way or the other. Either she steps outside or either she's going to hear me through the door. You know, Bonquisha, ever since you and I stopped seeing each other, I ain't been doing nothing but thinking. I ain't been able to sleep. I ain't been able to do nothing that required you being in it. Baby, I know that we've had rough times before, but we got through it. Like the time all the power went off in the house, and we had to finish cooking the collard greens on the Happy Heater, but we did it together. Or the time that the froster didn't work on the microwave, and the turkey was still frozen. Remember, we had to get chicken down from Larry's long neck leg quarter late night chicken house. Remember? But now I don't have you, and that's why I'm having these Christmas blues. Yes, Christmas blues. Sometimes I wonder, was it worth it? Waking up early in the morning to go to the Little Champ to get you 3 pickled eggs, some Lay's plain potato chips, and a Coca-Cola. I said, self, was it worth it? And myself answered back, yes, it was real worth it. I miss you, and I love you so much. I'll do anything to make you mine again. I'm also lonely, so sad and blue. I'm spending Christmas Day without you. I'm very, very sad and lonely. But anyway, let me tell you something. I do have you and the kids a present this year. I had y'all a present last year, but you know, my alternator broke in my truck, and you know I need my truck for to go to work. And so I had to take the receipt, take all the presents back, and fix my alternator. But I do got you a present this year. I didn't have time to wrap it up. I got it in some brown pick and save bags. Also, I got some wine. I got some cold duck, baby. You need to open the door. He quacking. I remember one Christmas, maybe 3 Christmases ago, we ran out of ham, and you said you wanted another ham. But you really didn't say you wanted another ham. I just figured that's what you wanted. So they had a 12 dozen crab special, so I got you a dozen of big blue crabs. I mean, I'm just saying, I just hope this Christmas is a little different. You know, I just want a little turkey, a little that sweet, sweet plum dressing. You know, I just want the kids to be happy. And you know, Bonquisa, I know when we got married, I vowed to give you diamonds and pearls. But when I hurt my back at work, my workman's comp could only get zirconia and Gannon necklaces. I also said that when we moved out of your mama's house, we were going to move into a place double her size. That's why I got 2 trailers and put them together. Yes, baby, double wide. All those things I done for you and the kids, but I still have these Christmas blues because I'm spending Christmas out the kids and you. I love you, Bonquisha, I love you. But you know what? One thing I want to tell you this year about Christmas, last year when you served up all the turkey and you know all of the trimmings and everything, when the cranberry dressing got round to me, there was none left. So please, could you? I hope you have 2 cans of cranberry dressing in there because I love that cranberry sauce. Please, thank you, and please open the door, baby. It's cold.
You gotta make a play. You wanna be the man, then get up in the way. Leave it on the floor. 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 For the sports report. You gotta make a play. You wanna be the man, then get up in the way. Leave it on the floor. 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 For the sports report.
All right, we're back for the sports report. All right, first of all, I don't need to introduce myself. I want to say what's on my mind. And what's on my mind is this. This Moquisha song, the guy who sings it sounds like a caller we have, Leon. I've been wondering, where did I recognize Leon's voice from when he calls about the Dallas Cowboys? He is the singer of the Moquisha song. What is the name? What's the real name of that song?
Christmas Blues.
Christmas Blues, sung by Leon, the Dallas Cowboy lover. All right, I am the coach, Garrett Sasheray. Jazz, the voice you just heard behind the glass. 504-582-9422 is the number to call. And this show is the Sports Report. How's everybody doing? We've got Christmas right on our doorstep.
Santa came
it's
early
phenomenal.
for us. Santa came early for us.
Came early for me?
Nope, for us.
For us?
The
Why
Saints,
is that?
The Saints Nation.
Stop. I asked my son earlier, you want to come in to do the show today? But I decided we're going to wait till after Christmas so we can talk Saints and all that, right? But how come I don't get a hat? Damn, G got a hat.
G brought him in.
Oh, thanks, G. G done took him from the OPP. OPP's missing 3 Christmas hats now. All right, how's everybody doing?